Is this thing on? Why does it feel like I've never been here? Anyway, hello, if anybody is here. I am pulling up the chat. If I come up here, which I should. Anyway, I'll give it a few minutes. I know this is last minute in here. I did not give anybody a heads up as I was guided not to do. So this may be where I could be channeling to myself. I already know a couple of people can't be here, so um, anyway, let's see how this goes. I'm trying to, don't mind me, I'm looking at my own feed over here because I am not at my altar. This is my first live stream ever where I'm not at my altar. My room is completely different now. For those of you who don't know, I was guided to rearrange everything and change the theme, the colors, the lighting, all that stuff. So if you've watched my lives before, as you can see, I've got nice Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael wanted me to put on the blue LED lights today because I can change the color. But they wanted me to keep the blue because his presence is very strong here. So anyway, this is going to be a impromptu live, obviously. I'm going to be channeling messages from the angelic realm. I was not prepared for this like I normally am for my live streams. So what's going to happen here is whatever comes through is what needs to be disseminated. There's no agenda. There's no rule set. There's nothing here. Hello, my dear Athena. How are you? Thanks for being here. Um, I don't know. It's just going to be weird because I did not give a heads up to people. My guides told me not to do it, not to tell my mobile app members, not to tell my students, my clients, not to post it anywhere, not even announce it on YouTube. I know I put a video out today. I mentioned about a live stream, but they didn't want me to schedule this for whatever reason. So usually after I start these things, more people come on. So I'm just going to go with the flow myself. I'm not going to rush into this. I'm just going to allow myself to trust in why they had me go on here today and why they had me do this without giving warning to people. There it is. There it is. Thanks for being here, Athena. How are you, by the way? I hope you are well. It's been a while. Where have you been? Um, the reason why this is coming through the way it is because there's a big warning for the collective. And they had me use the title urgent. There are urgent messages here because they are wanting to get the collective to pay attention to something. There's a whole reason why they did not have me announce anything to anybody, anywhere about me coming live. Not even the date. I wasn't even quite sure I was going to go live tonight. They gave me a heads up, but they didn't tell me exactly what time, what I was going to be doing, none of that stuff. They did tell me though that I was supposed to be doing this live stream from comfort of my room, which I normally do, but on my bed and not on my altar because the ambiance and the lighting is significant here. I did say earlier they wanted me to keep the blue aura around. Hi, Cody. How are you? Thanks for being here. It's good to see you. So they wanted me the lighting and the ambience is significant. Okay. And apparently they had me wear this shirt too. Anyway, there is a warning for the collective because a lot of the collective, a lot of you, if you've come across this, um, the title is It's Not What You Think. So a lot of us are going to be caught by surprise. There's going to be no announcement. There's going to be no notification. There's going to be no warning. I put out a YouTube video today. It's on my 𝗟𝗻𝗀𝗄𝗃 Ascension channel and this channel, Capella Wellness. For those of you who have never seen me before, my name is Jess. I don't post videos on this Capella channel anymore because this ties to the old lower vibrational Jess. I was ascended, I was high vibrational enough, but even that Jess is dead and gone. It's like she is completely not here on this earth anymore. What you are seeing right now is a much more highly evolved Jessica. And so they wanted me to change channels because my newer channel, 𝗟𝗻𝗀𝗄𝗃 Ascension, has a much higher frequency. And those of you who've been following me since my Capella days, you've already felt the change. So what's happening here is I'm hearing a call to arms. There's a lot of us who are going to be called to do some very significant things. A lot of you are going to have some very significant life changes. And if you're already being called to make those changes and you haven't made them yet, something's going to come to you without warning. There's going to be no heads up. There's going to be no announcement. What I'm hearing from my guides, Archangel Michael's telling me, this is your warning. This is your announcement. This is your heads up. So if you haven't been making the changes, if you haven't been really truly following your divine guidance, if you haven't really been getting out of your comfort zone and really facing death, fear in the face, something is going to shift so drastically that it's going to change the trajectory of your ascension journey, but more of the path that you are supposed to be on. A lot of things are going to be shifting. As I said, my other channels, I was talking about trying to get to this earlier. My Capella channel, my 𝗟𝗻𝗀𝗃 channel, I posted the same video on both channels. I've never done that before, and I'm not posting anything on this channel, this Capella channel anymore. I'm only doing the live streams here because I still have my live feature because my 𝗟𝗻𝗀𝗃 Ascension channel hasn't hit the 50 subscribers yet. You can help me get there though, if you haven't subscribed already, so that I can do my live streams off of that channel. But I posted a video today. I'm wearing the same clothes. It was not planned. It was not in my agenda. I was supposed to actually go to Carnival with family, but that changed too. And there's a reason for that. So um, let me check the chat real quick. My daughter had to pick a word to practice 2025. She's in first grade. Kind, so she could practice being well. This is the big message for you. Is that not Athena? Because that's the word that your daughter picked, right? It's no coincidence. This is going to be needed a lot in 2025 and beyond. I mean, a lot of us are supposed to be more generous and giving and kind. This is what we're going to need. We're in for some shit. Okay, we are. We already started. January has started really not badly. It's been a rough time already, and we just started the new year according to the Julian calendar. So I'm hearing it again. This is your warning. This is your heads up. Okay. A lot of what you've been experiencing in life, your own life, outside world, it's not what you think. I'm getting the devil here is full force. Um, so Cody, you had some things slowly change too. Yeah, a lot of us are going through a lot of changes, and some of us are shifting very, very rapidly. That's what's been happening to me. If you watch my video, which I highly recommend, um, my goodbye tarot video that I posted on this channel and the Aldebaran channel. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend you set aside some time to watch it in its entirety. I did channel a lot of names at the end of it. So maybe your name was channeled. Who knows? I don't know. I know some of the people who are watching this, but um, you are it's being recommended to you. I'm hearing to watch that video at some point in time to receive additional guidance because this live stream ties into that reading. Anyway, they told me to do that reading today. Again, I was supposed to go to the fair with family. There's something that changed that had me stay home. Okay. Some people went, the others of us stayed back. And my guide said, you need to record this video, go sit outside, set the chair here, be in front of this palm tree, wear this shirt, whatever, right? Which I did. And so that's also for a lot of you when you're being told intuitively, you get this nudge, you get this gut feeling, you get this push. You know what? Yeah, I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be doing this, but I need to do my mission work. I need to listen to this guidance. I need to go look up this thing, as opposed to that thing. I need to level up in my knowledge and my wisdom with what it is that I already know or learn new things. Okay. In my video, I talked about getting distracted a lot. All right. A lot of things that are going on in the outside world, hence the title of this video. It's not what you think. It is you're being led to something that could cause a lot of more chaos, more angst, more destruction in your own life. Okay. Um, I'm hearing a lot of deception. I'm hearing it's like Seven of Swords energy. There's strong devil energy. He's out there full force. Because 2025, if you add the numbers in numerology, it's a 9 year. Okay. Nines are about cycles closing out. We're really close to completing something, right? The word completion. We're needing to stop repeating karmic cycles. We're needing to level up. We're going from 9 to 10, right? Otherwise, some of us are going to stick in the number, stay at number 9, is what I'm hearing. 9 might be significant for some of you. Could be September, maybe February 9th might be a significant date, or the 9th of some month, March 9th, April 9th, June 9th, whatever. 9 days till liftoff is what I'm hearing. 9 hours. 9 hours from now, something may occur. You may need to do something in 9 hours. You may be waking up in 9 hours. I don't know. Just whatever you're getting intuitively when I'm saying the number 9, trust in yourself. Could also be an intuitive exercise for some of you. Um, oh, good for you, Athena. That's awesome. Congratulations on, I know this must not be an easy thing. So we are starting to understand. Mm. As I was taking my tea, I heard we're going to find out who our true friends are, who is really in our corner and who is not. And some of you may be sensing these things already. So much is going to, guys, starting this year, be prepared. But a lot of stuff that's going outside of you, your own world, the outside world, I'm hearing it again. It's the title of this live stream. It's not what you think. The devil is full force distracting us, causing us to lower our vibration, instilling more fear, having us become more busy, more obligations, more responsibilities. I don't have time for my health. I don't have time to go exercise. I don't have time to be outside. I don't have time to spend with family. I don't have time to um, you know, be of service to others, be of service to God. What's up, Jason? King Henry is here, everybody. Welcome to the king. Yeah, I know. I didn't give anybody a heads up, so don't worry. Um, we're getting ready for some big shit. And a lot of you are big shits. And I'm not saying that in a derogatory way. I'm saying that because you have a huge, significant role. Like, you know, that saying, that's the shit, man. You're the shit. That's what I'm referring to. Meaning a lot of you guys are big shits, not in a derogatory term, but you guys have got something that is supposed to really benefit the collective in some profound, magical, miraculous way. But that's only going to be happening if you are ready for that, if you're in the energy for it. All right. All this other stuff that's going around, everyone's getting all up in arms. We already know the administration has changed in the United States. We know about the devastating LA fires, and I talked about this in my video that I posted today. it's not pleasant, guys. We understand this. I've seen some of the images too. It's like, holy shit, dude. It's mind blowing. It's disheartening. There are no words for it, right? I've been saying my prayers for those people, for everybody involved, even the bad people, ladies and gentlemen. Be kind and rewind. Remember from oh shit, I lost my what's the name of it? Blockbuster video, right? Be kind and rewind. But this is more about when we're talking about kindness, guys, we're not supposed to be selective with who we're kind to. And here's the tough part. A lot of us don't want to be kind to people or pray for people who've done bad shit, okay? Who have gone off the path, who have done some very horrible things. And it's very, very interesting because, especially when those things are done to us, right? There's a thin line between love and hate, to say, right? But there's also a thin line when it comes to kind. But here's the thing, there's discernment, right? But there's also you understanding what divine love is, unconditional love is, agape love, right? And what kindness really entails. You can still be kind to someone who's done you dirty, who's done you wrong, like betrayal, like deception, whatever. We're seeing a lot of this deceptive energy. Um, I'm hearing kill them with kindness. It's like walking an extra mile, but not because you're acquiescing, not because you're giving away your power. You're coming more into your power, your divinity, when you're leading by example, when you don't get your feathers ruffled, when you don't go all poopy pants and get all pissy, you act like a fucking toddler because you know what's going on in the world and this was done to you and I can't get to this and I don't have the money that and everybody's being mean to me and blah 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 blah. No, right? You say, you know what? Okay, what's going on? It's not fun. This guy over here did this thing. Wow, that was pretty racist. It was pretty derogatory. It was just low, right? The lowest of the low, I'm hearing. If you start to get triggered, if you start to go off the rails, if you start to get depressed about it, if you start to give into a lot of fear, oh my God, this is what I'm coming to. Oh my God, this person, we're going to die because of who the president is. And do you understand what you're doing? You're giving your power away to those people who are causing you to lower your vibration. Why? This is a matter of stop allowing people to destroy your peace. It is all being kind to yourself, okay? And we all understand not everybody's going to be kind to us. Not everybody's going to be kind to others. Not everybody's going to be kind to the world, to the universe. Don't stoop down to that level because those people have like some serious lessons to learn. We all do. But did you not realize that maybe God had created these people to be unkind to the earth, to be unkind to this, to be not nice for a reason? It's not what you think it is. You really come from a place of centeredness and Christ consciousness, you will have the wisdom and the knowledge to better understand why those people are that way and why people go around being assholes, being bitches, being lowlives, whatever the fuck you want to label them. So why should we be labeling them like that? Because everybody is a teacher. All dicks are teachers, all bitches are teachers, all assholes are teachers. And a lot of those people are our greater teachers. And for a lot of people who, you know, talk about these like, I don't know, Dalai Lama or Jesus Christ or Mother Teresa or whomever, right? We still uphold our values to being true divine people, not putting more assholiness, big energy into the world because we're seeing that, because we're experiencing it. People are doing that to us. This is what being of the light really is. You should still be shining brightly when you're surrounded by darkness, when darkness comes after you, when it's in your face, right? You don't dim your light by somebody's other darkness coming onto you. If you want to be able to see better, when you extinguish your flame, do you lower the luminosity of your light? It's like, let's say you're in a cave and that you're starting to get into the cave, the caverns, and there's less light because moving away from the entrance and it's pitch black. Do you keep your flashlight off when you got a working flashlight? If you're walking in there with a torch, oh, let me go put out this torch, right? Are you going to dim your light because you're in the dark? Are you going to allow yourself to feel a lot more fear and uncertainty when you're surrounded by this darkness? Are you gonna allow it to consume you? And this includes everything that's going on in the world events, natural disasters, people. Yeah, like Cody said, never let people control you completely. It's not an easy thing to do, guys. Trust me, I've been there, done that. It's very difficult. It's also very difficult to not be affected by what's going on in the world. But remember, we are just starting off into bigger things, guys. And a lot of people are going to become more hateful. A lot of people become more angry. A lot of people are going to become more depressed, more sad, more aloof, more like pulling their hair out, more scattered. If you watch the reading that I posted today, my channeling today, there we talked about scattered energy, talking about that with the cloud divination that I did. With all this scattered energy around us, we need to be centered. Like that squirrel that kept jumping, again, the same pattern, man. It was beautiful to watch. He did the same routine to go get the stuff to build whatever he was building. He was like building a nest. I think I'm hearing, okay, now they're telling me that the squirrel's about to have babies. Squirrel was preparing, but it was doing what God told it to do. Preparing, preparing, preparing. But what we need to do is to prepare, not like get ready for our bunkers and our supplies and things like that. We need to prepare spiritually. We need to prepare to keep our torches on, to keep our inner light on, no matter how dark it gets, because it's going to get darker. This is a massive call to arms because God is testing our faith. He is trying to see who the true light workers are, who the true spiritual people are, who the true good or godly, righteous, and just people are. And what's going to happen as the year progresses and several years from now, we're going to have all this really heavy shit be dropped onto all of us. And for some of you, it's going to be a personal thing. I'm getting, if your name begins with an L, or you're a Libra, or like something with lion, lioness. I'm getting a lot of L energy, but I'm getting Libra, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or your name begins with an L, or both. Something with the word with L. I'm getting love, but my guys are like, don't tap into that yet. This year, there could be something that can make or break you. It's really going to test whether you've been doing your work, you've been learning, you've been taking better care of yourself, you've been following your guidance. But it's a bigger test in relationships because someone around you or a family member or something big is coming to you, a big secret being revealed, a big, oh my God, and it may ruin you. It could be a worldly thing too. You may be so distraught by it, it could very well take you out physically. Your light will be extinguished. That's a possibility if you don't prepare and get your shit straight and get your physical body prepared, your light body, your emotional body, your spiritual body, your uh mental body. Did I say that already? And just because I'm saying like Libra or like if your name begins with an L or whatever, it's not necessarily only those people. They had me channel that because um that's something that those people really need to pay close attention to. Because some people who may have some big secret reveal or some big thing happen in their life, like the rug pulled from underneath you, some people um will experience that, but their light will still be shining brightly. They will ascend from it. They will jump timeline because of it. It's the opposite effect. I'm also hearing some of the collective is assuming too much of too many things of people, maybe of your own self. But going back to this kindness thing, we may not need to be kind, right? Especially when talking about these things that are happening to some of you. It's going to be like, whoa, that is heavy. And for some of you, it's going to be a person who you thought was like a best friend, a lover, boss, even a coworker, or somebody that you may have trusted, or you were getting guidance from, or you were, um, you thought they had your back, and then all of a sudden it's like, whoop, they're not what you think. I'm hearing like succubus energy. I'm hearing vampire energy. Be mindful of your energy levels, guys, this year. Because if you're feeling like you're feeling more lower than normal, or there's a lot of super like up, down roller coaster, serious roller coaster energy with your emotions, with your health, your vibration, start paying attention to that. God is saying they want everybody to be, yeah, leveled out. It's balanced. Some of you are being led to something like I'm hearing entrapment. I think there's a movie with that title, right? Was that Catherine Zeta-Jones in that movie? I don't know why that movie's coming up. I don't know if anything has to do with Catherine Zeta-Jones. I thought she hasn't been in the movies for a while. I think she retired or something. Cody's saying things can happen just by staying positive. Of course, we're supposed to be positive regardless, right? Guys, if you read the chat, what Cody's saying, I don't need to have to regurgitate what he's saying. Um, yeah, we have to be positive no matter what. There's so much negativity out there that it's actually warping people's minds into it's almost like changing good people into misaligned people, right? There's no judgment with that. There's nothing wrong. It's just with so many things going on. It's like, where is your spiritual strength? And going back to the 9 year, if you watch my video, I talked about the Hermit card. That is the ninth card in the tarot. Spiritual mastery, going within, going to God first. God, what is this? God, is this my truth? God, it's like be careful what you're looking at, be careful what you're reading, what you're seeing, what you're watching, who you're talking to. Again, watch the video because there's a huge indicator as to knowing what is for your highest good and what is not. And some of you may be like looking at something or reading something or talking to somebody or whatever that is, watching something, and it's deceptive. And what happens is after you read it, after you watch it, after you're with that person, your energy goes, "Whoop," or when you're reading it, you're watching it, you're with the person, your energy starts to tank. And it can be about good stuff, guys. Just because we're talking about high vibrational things, it doesn't always necessarily or good stuff. It doesn't mean it's good for you. Like they talk about, oh, sorry, talking to somebody, like sugar. A lot of people, especially in the spiritual community, oh, against sugar, no sugar, no sugar. Again, I can't judge if you can't eat sugar, and I know there's medical implications for that. Too much of a good thing is bad, right? Too much of a good thing is not healthy. It's not for your highest good. So certain things could be perceived as good to some of you when it's actually not good for your health. A lot of you, it's your mental health and your emotional health. I'm hearing food junkie for whatever reason. I'm hearing tarot junkie. I'm hearing video junkie, YouTube junkie, Instagram junkie, whatever. Maybe that may be tying into drugs. And again, there's no judgment here, but maybe that's for somebody. Hi, Kataya. Welcome. Is that Kayla? Is that an L or a T? Give me a minute. I think it's Kalea, Miss Williams. Welcome. Thank you. Um, yeah, guys, as I'm channeling, if you want to put stuff in the chat, please do. It helps. So, um, so see, Cody's been dealing with a lot of emotional things, and he says it's a good thing he came in here. See, that's why I gotta listen to my guides. Okay, I could be doing some like, I had some other stuff to do for my mission work for my website and things. I'm changing a bunch of things around. Um, but again, I'm here, right? I'm being obedient. But the things with too much of a good thing can be not for your highest good, right? It's like some of you are getting into these things. Oh, this is great. I'm doing this or whatever, but you may be being infiltrated by something that's not for your highest good. And as I was getting back to, um, going within, hermiting, know yourself, watch your vibration, watch how you're feeling about certain things. You're like, nope, click off. Nope, I can't be around that person. Nope, I don't want to go to that place anymore. Nope, I'm not going to eat that food anymore, whatever that is. You want to be surrounded by things by uplifting you and surrounded by people who are of the light too, not people who keep bashing other people or people who are, you know, getting all up in arms about every little thing, people who aren't coming from a place of true unconditional love. We have to keep the light on at all times as much as possible, difficult as that is. Be careful with gossip, be careful what you're hearing, be careful of what you're watching, what you're seeing, because it's not what you think. God is working with the devil to try to trick us. Yes, I did say that in the same sentence. I said God and the devil in the same sentence. If you guys look at the book of Job and the Bible, Satan was working with God. They made a deal with the devil. Well, thanks, Cody. I guess you stopped whatever the heck you were doing and said, I'm coming on here. So, like, the angels are telling you you did a good thing, you did a wise thing, right? Look at Job. Look at Job's life. Everything was going great, and all of a sudden, did you not think that Job could have been like, what the hell is this? Everything was good. I was good. Health was good. Life was good. What happened? His 3D world was taken away. Most of us know that one of the takeaways from Job's story is the only thing that wasn't taken away was his faith. Our faith is being tested. We're going to be looking at a very dark outside world and thinking, oh my God, where is God? What is happening here? I can't believe this is taken from me. I can't believe this is going on. Where is God? He's in your face right now, all the time. He is working with the devil to see who is really going to God all the time, who is trusting that God is there all the time, and who's always keeping the light on and not getting caught up in all the bullshit. This includes your own bullshit in your own life. This ties into other things, whether it's related to you or not, taking your power away, ripping your peace out of your life. No one and no thing should be taking your joy, your peace, your health from you. You are ultimately responsible for all of those things. What is the constitution you are upholding in your own life? This is going to trigger some people. It's not the Constitution of the United States or whatever the country you're living in. I know that everybody has a constitution, but you know what I'm talking about. It's not just some Bible. It's not just some birth chart. It's not just some dosha. It's not just some whatever. It's not just something that has been put out there for you to follow. The greatest wisdom you will ever get is being in complete solitude and connecting with nature, which is you're connecting with God, which is why I did that video out in nature, and the squirrel spirit was supporting us, was supporting me, was supporting us in that channel. Resourcefulness, preparedness, right? Quick on your feet, but be careful with being distracted. And there are a lot of people out there, they look good, things are good for them, supposedly, whatever. I'm hearing things aren't always what they seem. People doing this, people doing that. Oh my God, this, oh my God, that. Look who this person did. Look what that person is. Can you believe this? All this stuff is going on social media. Like, wildfire. But you know what we're all dealing with? We're dealing with a collective fire. And apparently it's about to turn into an inferno. This is the light we do not want to be emitting. We're spreading all these things. We're increasing the velocity of the wind to kick up those flames, burn things down in on a spiritual path. And some of us are causing the winds of our own fires to scorch the land, to scorch the energy of the planet, to scorch the earth, by allowing all these other fires, all this other hearsay, all this other bullshit going around us, everything that's happening, so that we're solely consumed by it. And it's taking us off our path. It's getting us distracted from what we know we're supposed to uphold. We know we're supposed to be focusing on. A lot of that has to do with health and your well-being. Everybody wants to talk about love, light, rainbows, unicorns, puppies, kumbaya, coming together. How are we going to come together as a very powerful, very enlightened collective? We can't even do that for ourselves. How are we supposed to be there for each other when we can't even be there for ourselves? When we can't take care of ourselves? When we're being affected by every little fucking thing that goes on this planet? I'm not saying that we shouldn't be affected, but when like your vibration tanks and like you're cursing people out and you're like judging and you are singling other people out and division, right? Divisiveness, unity through Aquarius energy. We're only going to be powerful as a people when we're powerful within ourselves. Period. PPP. Maybe somebody needs to go pee. If you do, go ahead and go and come back. But again, ask yourselves honestly, where is your vibration right now? Are you right now being affected by every little damn thing, every little person's bullshit, every little like crazy shit going on in your world? Are you being affected by that all the time, every day? Or are you allowing those things to just roll off your back? I'm not saying that we should be tuning ourselves off, that we should be apathetic, we should not be paying attention to these things. It's the energy surrounding it. Where are your energy levels right now with everything that's been going on around you and in your personal life? Thank you, Athena and Cody, for putting those words of wisdom out there. If you can really go within and talk to God about these things, God will be telling you very much something similar, almost the same thing that He's been telling me or what they're channeling to me right now. Everything works from the inside out. As above, so below, as they say, right? As above, where is your mindset? How is your mental health? How do you process information? What do you truly believe? What you do you not? The brain is being distracted by so much bullshit it can't think straight, can't think for itself. And what happens when it's scatterbrained, when all these things are coming in and it have poor judgment, indecisiveness, being overly critically, over analysis, whatever you want to call it. It's like two of swords energy, eight of swords, whatever in the tarot. What is that doing for your overall emotional health, the physical body? Think about that. The mind has to learn to process information in a divine way. Filter shit out, not believing everything you read, see, hear, you get from somebody else. A sound, calibrated, higher mind, which is what Aquarius is, it's the higher octave. Mercury is a lower octave mind. Aquarius is the higher octave mind. We are in Aquarius season as I'm recording this. A higher octave minded person will be able to filter out the bullshit and not be so quick to jump on that's truth right there because CNN said it or whatever the hell you're looking at. Oh, that person seems believable. Oh, that's remember, I've seen videos of AI of people. You need to really do an intuition test because I did a test with that with family one time. I was the only one who was able to point out all of the fake videos. I was the only one. This is not putting me up on a pedestal. I'm just making an example. I'm just giving an example. AI is great, but it's also another thing that can be it can be very destructive. Does your mind have the ability to filter out what is truth and what is not, what is believable, what is not, who is deceiving you and who is not? This also talks about what's like photos. We all know Photoshop. I think we all know, and a lot of people are really getting good at this. There's even, I think, with Photoshop, I remember seeing that commercial where this little girl had a picture taken. She was in the home, and then they put this big, wonderful, lush green field and all this stuff. And when you put it all together, it looked like she was really there. But how would you know that she wasn't there? Right? Are you able to look at an image and do some intuitive work on it and say, you know what? Yeah, that's not really seems off, right? Cross-checking, I'm hearing, looking up additional information. Hello, 99. Again, how is your mind filtering things? And here's the thing, some people are very gullible. This is not to make you feel bad if you know you are one. Again, if you're emotionally driven and you feel really hard, like empaths and things like that, and you keep being led to these things, or you keep being deceived, or things so you look up something and it doesn't check out, or whatever it is, your intuition needs to be worked on. But I'm also getting something about your mind is being affected as well. It's not balanced well enough to be at the higher octave mind like Aquarius, Uranian energy is to filter out things and also have to have strong mental state where you're not being completely driven by your emotions. And sometimes it could be the opposite, where you start to think something is there when it isn't there. You can look at two sides of this, it's not what you think coin. because some you are being deceived and others you're not being deceived. This is why I keep talking about going to God, centering yourself, praying about it, asking, okay, God, can you give me some more reassurance about this from what you told me in meditation? I do this with God all the time. Can you help me to trust what I'm feeling, what I'm getting? And remember, usually if it's with an individual or something, go by how you are feeling in your light body, especially when dealing with relationships. Does this person challenge you for the better? Not challenge you in a mean way or an unkind way, or challenge you where it's causing you to um, lose faith in yourself or lose confidence, or it's not helping you grow. Challenge you in saying, hey, get on your shit. Hey, you should be focusing more on this. Hey, don't beat yourself up. Hey, go get him, tiger type of energy. You've got this. You can do this. And especially when something is offered, like you're having a hard time with something and someone will school you on something. When someone tells you the divine truth and it's hurtful, but you know damn well that is your issue. That is your trigger. That is your problem. That is the lesson you're still not learning. Those are the true people in your corner. Those are the people who can see right through you and who know exactly what button to push to get you to stop doing it, to get you to stop thinking that way, to get you to whatever it is that you keep repeating that is not for your highest good. You don't really want to be surrounded by people who are like, let's say what's going on in the world, and everybody people bashing and everybody fear mongering and these people are jumping on that. Oh my God, like the sky is falling. The end is nigh, right? You want to be with people who are the opposite. Yeah, shit's falling apart, but this is a great fucking thing because we're coming into something better. Everything has to be destroyed in order for it to be built up again or for something even better to be born, to be built, to be rejuvenated, right? Death, birth, rebirth type of thing. Look at the season. Fall is a month of decay. All the leaves falling off the trees, all the animals preparing for winter. Winter is the toughest season, and a lot of you are experiencing some very, very harsh winters. And it actually snowed in Florida, which I had predicted in a live stream. I don't know when it was, it doesn't matter. And I said, God, what? There's going to be snow in Florida this winter? Well, shit, man, it happened just this past week. I'm like, holy cow. What I got is an intuitive hit. I was not wrong. I surprised myself. You're needing people to encourage you to think outside the box, to step outside of your comfort zone. Not to be put with all these people who are merging themselves with the chaos and merging themselves with the sadness and the uncertainty and all this stuff. Again, oh my God, the sky's falling, the world's falling apart, we're all gonna die, this world's going to hell. Where is the optimism? Where is the positivity in this? You cannot have light without dark. You cannot have dark without light. You cannot have good without the bad. God is having these things happen to wake us the fuck up. We are supposed to come together as one, but right now we're needing to work on ourselves to achieve spiritual mastery, to be in solitude so God can do his greatest work on us so that when we are all fucking ready to go, We're gonna be the most powerful motherfuckers on this planet individually. Do you know what that's going to do to the dark in the long run when we are all united as one in our full potential? This is why we are in the world we are in. And God's like, let's see what this whole collective does with all this stuff going on. Because guess what? God, I mean, the devil, Satan, went to God, just like he did with Job, and said, you know what, God, I got a bigger deal for you. Will you allow me, would you allow to be part of all this stuff that's going to happen in the world? And I'm gonna bet you all of these people, like Satan's giving him a percentage. 90% of your people are gonna fail. They're gonna falter. They're gonna denounce you. They're going to not turn the other cheek. They're going to um stop believing in you. They're going to jump on that bandwagon and be like everybody else. And you know what God said? All right, here we go again. Because God and Satan do this all the time. This is not a new thing. See, it's too warm for snow in Alaska. See, even that's mind-boggling for me. So they're working together, and God's like, "Okay, I will allow it." Who really has the light on all the time? Who is really operating from Christ consciousness, no matter what happens in the world? All your snow's gone, Athena? That's nuts. Even with the crazy weather we're getting, guys. Mother Gaia goes through her cycles, whether there are humans on this planet or not, but now there are humans. So what are we going to do? Are we going to panic? Are we going to freak out? Are we going to get lost in the shuffle? There's so many people who are afraid of defending those who are unrighteous, unjust, bad people. But God utilizes those people for a very good reason. God allows certain things that aren't pleasant to happen for a very good reason. It really will build us up as individuals, but it will do an even better job by building us up as a collective. Well, you're almost there, Athena. Your birthday's about a week away. So, this is really something where a lot of us are needing to look at it. What is truth and what is not? And the only true person who's going to give that to you is God. And you can't be afraid of what that truth is. I'm getting a weird energy or a story. I'm seeing someone who's like very heavy, like very, very overweight. I'm hearing the word obese. This is not, again, this is truth. Someone who's concerned about their weight and their health, and they're saying, I really need to take care of this. But they're putting everything else ahead of their health and their well being, trying to do too much. The truth is in their face, and they don't want to acknowledge it. And maybe their intuition, right? We got to listen to our bodies too. Hey, slow down. Hey, stop eating that. Hey, eat more cleanly. Do a little bit more exercise. And it's tough because especially people they get discouraged, especially because it's the beginning of the year, New Year's resolution, I'm gonna lose 30 pounds. And then everybody goes signs up for gym memberships and all that stuff, right? And we've heard this story. But it's like, what is the underlying root for why maybe you've let yourself go, or why you're not motivated to lose the weight or to be healthy, right? A lot of people are like, I don't have time, my job this, organic food's expensive. I mean, I talked about for me, and God's been telling me to like eat more eggs now, and he's saying, I want you to do this and this instead. Um, And of course, I buy as much organic food as possible. And those of you who don't know, I'm not one of these people currently. If you're looking at a 3D perspective financially, I don't have a steady income compared to the 3D standards of steady incomes in the physical world. Okay. Like monetary stuff. However, my intuition, my body is saying, you should probably eat that. Like today, out of nowhere, I finished my dinner and my intuition, my guides told me, um, called intuitive eating, go eat a carrot. Now, when I went a little bit of grocery shopping the other day, instead of buying the baby carrots, they had me buy the actual long carrot. I've never done that before in my life, and they were organic too. Okay. And then today, before doing this live, they said, "Go eat one of those carrots." It was funny, it's like I'm like Bugs Bunny or something eating this thing. And I was having some kombucha with it, and then they told me to brew my tea as I was preparing for this channeling. And, my point in this saying here is, you know, um, if I am able to do it, you can do it too, right? Because a lot of you've got a steady stream of income, you're able to afford these things, but when it comes to your health, that is wealth. A lot of people do not look at health as well. They're looking at their bank accounts. And then when it comes to spending money on organic food or healthier food, and we all know like produce, and fruits and vegetables and all these fish, whatever, better things for you, they cost more, but you're going to be better off in the long run. And your diet does tie into your ascension. It does tie into your ability to level up, into your ability to channel higher levels of information, wisdom, knowledge. It's like connecting with the mind of God. And this is also your ability to ascend so high where you don't need to meditate. You don't need to do all this mindfulness stuff. You don't really have to use tarot or use other tools to channel messages or to tap into your inner wisdom or whatever that is for you. It comes to you like this, right? Seamless for you. The more aligned you get, the more seamless things become. And your intuition is like you trust it a lot more. But be wary, those of you who are ascending at a rapid rate right now, you're really starting to realize, holy shit, man, my gifts have magnified. All these amazing things are happening to you. Uh, you're starting to get your rewards. What's happening to a lot of you is the devil's now coming in to deceive you, thinking, no, you're not done with your work. No, that's not actually a nice person. No, that really isn't a miracle. That was just fabricated or like somebody set you up, whatever, stuff like that. No, we want you to stay at level 9. We don't want you to go into 10. We don't want you to ascend higher. We don't want your light to get brighter, right? The devil's gonna come in and try to like mess you up too. Get you to overthink, get you to doubt. This is why spending so much time with the divine is so important. And this is also why you're trusting in your intuition and how your physical body feels with something, someone. Again, people who are like really there for you, people who care about your well-being, who want to see you succeed, they're honest with you about challenges and struggles they face, like, oh, hey, you know what? You told me this truth and it was very hard for me to hear. And, I know I have to do better, or I know I have to acknowledge that, or I know, you know, I'm having a challenging time with this. Can you help me? Right? Being able to accept help, let alone ask for help, but accept help. And in my group messages on my as part of my mentorship plans that I offer. If you're interested in getting daily guidance and joining a community, sharing your stories, being part of my monthly group sessions, I'm holding like at least 2 to 3 a month now. I have relationship healing group sessions once a month, and monthly support group sessions where we're just kind of seeing like how everybody's doing and how we're going to navigate energies and how we're going to grow and what challenges we're dealing with, stuff like that. Like community is going to be big this year, but being surrounded by people who are they're really not afraid to speak up, or they're really wanting to be there to uplift you, to support you in what you're doing, and to not judge you when you make a mistake, you fail, that type of thing, to not judge you when you're going through struggles, or like I went through this addiction, I did this, I did that, whatever. We're gonna be very supportive. So I have those every month. um, I'm saying that because being part of a very strong, like-minded community, it's not just being spiritual. You got to be around people like they're sharing their wisdom, and they want to be heard, and you're allowing them to speak, and you're being receptive of that. Um, you're seeing them for who God sees them is important. And my groups, we are not here to bash people. We're not here to bash a collective. We're not here to be all, um, putting more low vibrational energy out there with what's going on in the world. No, we're really focusing on us, our well-being, and really working together as a group to ascend and Aldebaran ascension. My main mission now is to support people on their ascension journey, and that includes health and wellness and well-being. So some of you are going to start reevaluating your friendships, or maybe even your marriages for some of you. Like, this doesn't support my spiritual growth. This person doesn't get me. This person doesn't like me anymore. This person is not encouraging me to do better. This person's not calling me out of my bullshit. That's the ticker. That's the kicker right there, guys. Everyone needs at least one person to call them out of their bullshit. And sometimes when people are being very honest with you and like saying, you know what, I don't like this, I'm having a hard time with this, you acknowledge it, and you can, okay, let's talk it out. What is this? How can we overcome this? Right? Truth is everything. Kindness is everything. Right? And we can still be kind to people, but we can be kind in meaning like we're praying for them. We don't necessarily have to do kind things for them. However, that is a very higher level of consciousness when you're still being kind to people who are unkind to you. You don't do it to get back at them, and yes, there's killing with the kind, but you don't get them do that to get back at them in a weird way. You don't do that to win their graces or whatever. You do it because it's what God would want you to do, because it's for you, but it also shows them an example. It helps usually those people to really rethink things, why they mistreated you, why they did this, why they did that, right? God's also testing, like I said, are we going to be selective of who we're being kind and generous and giving towards? Yes, there has to be a balance. Sometimes you have to cut the kindness off a little bit. Sometimes I learned in my days of being a government contractor, I had, I think, 3 males. 2 out of the 3 were in the military, and they all said the same thing. Sometimes you gotta be a dick. But there's a difference when you are trying to set someone on fire during the process, as opposed to you being a dick to get somebody to wake up and to actually help them to make the changes that they know they need to make, right? Calling out the bullshit, pulling out the demons. It's for their betterment. And a lot of people are afraid to be like that. There's a difference between assertiveness and aggressiveness. A lot of people are afraid of people whose lights shine very, very brightly. It blinds them and they hate that. Or, you know, it's like confidence intimidates them. But we got to be surrounded by people who are like that. Do you know what that teaches you? Not to take shit from people, not to be affected by other people's perceptions of you. Even when you make mistakes, you kinda goof or something, you're not like, "Oh my god, I am the stupidest person on the planet," and you're self-sabotaging and you're bashing yourself to death and, like, you're making yourself feel even worse than what you did before. No, that so-called dick energy is supposed to get you to really own your power. Oh, I like that. Comfortable being the villain. What does being the villain really mean to you? Why did I hear Milli Vanilli? Right? We all know that story, but hey. This is also calling for a lot of compassion for people and forgiveness. Those are the qualities, higher qualities of divinity, divine characteristics that a lot of humans have a hard time possessing, embodying, integrating for their everyday life. Having compassion for people. And everybody's going to be at different levels. Everyone's got different set of cards to start off when they start this life, right? But we're all here to support each other, not lift each other up, not bring each other down. That includes the dicks, that includes the bad people, that includes the difficult people out there. You don't know them fully, you don't have all the facts. I've said before in my previous teachings, no one on this planet has the right to judge, because the only way you can fully judge somebody is to have all, all of them. Who is the one who knows it all? God, that's it. And sometimes you will pass judgment or whatever, but is it really judgment or is it divine truth? Is it divine truth, right? And, sometimes if you catch yourself judging or somebody is judging you, whatever, it's better to, like, apologize for it, but okay, it's better to kinda say, "You know what? I was in the wrong. I assumed. I didn't have all the facts," right? It's stemming from my own judgment of myself, my own past life stuff, my own previous relationship, my own previous jobs, my earlier years. What are we going to do to change that about ourselves? When it comes to judging ourselves, judging other people, judging what's going on in the world. judging leaders and governments and countries and their cultures and God knows what else. Put that aside and start looking at towards what are you learning from those people with all this stuff. You allowing these trivial things to ruin your life. No one has any authority over you but God to ruin your life, to make you feel fearful, to make you feel sad, to make you feel depressed, to make you feel less of yourself. The second someone does that to you, you've dropped your fucking crown and you stepped on it with one little thing by doing one little thing. Like Athena's saying, I'm saying it starts with us. There's also judgments about ourselves, right? I'll say a little bit of this because over time, you know, I've grown so much. I've learned so much. I've overcome so many things about myself. I don't recognize myself anymore. The brighter my light has gotten, guess what, guys? The more dark has been coming out of me. Stuff that I thought had cleared, stuff that I thought was gone, it's starting to surface, but it's deeper stuff. It's like really rooted in Scorpio energy. And now it's kind of like the flip side, because it's what I was saying earlier. The devil's trying to trick me because I'm experiencing a very different life now. All these amazing things keep happening. And I'm doing all this with little effort, but I've worked so fucking hard to get here. I've given up so damn much to get here. I've sacrificed a lot, right? Just like all of you. But there are more sacrifices to make. There are more Goliaths, bigger Goliaths, more challenges, more things to give up, more things to overcome, right? More methods to try, more things to level up, more mentors, whatever it is, teachings, leveling up your connection with God, your relationship with God. And so what's happening to me now is I'm starting to doubt, when's the shoe gonna drop? Is this all a lie? Is am I going to open another door and there's gonna be like snakes coming out of it? Is this gonna be ripped away from me like all the other previous times? Again, God, again, the Lord giveth, the Lord taketh away, but that's up to God to decide. Are these people really in my corner? Are they really that nice? Is this really happening? Did I really get that create that miracle? Am I deserving of this real? Did I do my work? Am I gonna go through this bullshit again? And man, I've had to spend so much time with God, which is why I haven't been posting anything on YouTube. I haven't gone live for a while. God was allowing me to experience a lot of the rewards from my hard work and not have to worry for a little bit about what I'm putting out there because He wanted me to enjoy the holidays. He wanted me to enjoy people. He wanted me to like, co-create these insane miracles for myself and for other people too. But what he was also telling me is like, how are you feeling about this, Jack? Where is your energy right now? Feels good, right? It feels high vibrational. Do you feel God. I'm feeling God in all of it. And God's like, remember, that comes from me. Those people come from me. Those blessings come from me. Those miracles come from me. And sure, there's always work to do. But again, it's a different, darker side of Jess that is surfacing. I didn't know I even, 'cause now I'm on the other side of the spectrum. And a lot of you, you're going to go through this. When you've ascended at a very high level of consciousness and you've done a tremendous amount of inner work, and you've worked a lot with God, the archangel, whoever God is asking you to work with, aside from God, you always got to have God up there. And it's going to be the complete opposite. You're going to have done what you needed to do, healed what you needed to heal up to that point in time, learn what you needed to learn, and then all of a sudden, you're going to start doubting that you even did the work or you even learned the lesson, or you're like, wait a minute, that cannot be happening. It's like you prayed for it and it comes to you, it exceeds your expectations. That is when you know God is in it, when it exceeds your expectation. The devil's only going to give you the bare minimum. And you start praying for things, and God does like double for your trouble, and He exceeds your expectations. And He's like, "Oh, you didn't ask for this. Just look what I just gave you. You didn't know that that was a desire of yours, or a wish of yours, or want of yours, did you? Or need of yours? Ta-da! Here it is." Why am I hearing it's raining men? It's raining unicorns, puppies, and rainbows. And you're like, whoa, 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 whoa. And now I'm in this place where the brighter your light gets, what happens? The more dark starts to surface. The bigger the shadow, and the devil loves to come in and cause you to go back to who you were. And then you start thinking, this is not what I think it is. There's no way. Too good to be true. This I can't. What's going on here? My life is completely different. There's a boogeyman under the bed. The shoe's gonna drop. Something is going to like I'm gonna be deceived again. Something is just gonna come out and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, here it is again. Because so many of you have been through so much crap. When you do the work and the crap is over, you've overcome a bunch of obstacles and you're at a smoother phase in your life, right? Because the latter part of your life is supposed to be better than the former, as it said in the Bible. I don't remember what book it is. I think it's the book of Job. Yes. Verse 5, maybe. Now your life is on the opposite side of the spectrum. And then your dark starts to come out like, there's a boogeyman under my bed still, isn't there? There's still something going on here that I don't know. This cannot be it. I'm so used to my life being shit or being my life being full of challenges and these people doing this to me or whatever. And then all of a sudden that goes away and God starts bringing you the higher vibrational people again, exceeding your expectations. And here's the other thing: the signs and synchronicities will get explosive, but in a good way. They will be beyond jaw dropping. Like, you definitely cannot explain it, and you will definitely know that was from God. To include people that you connect with. It's like when they say you're thinking the same thing at the same time, you say the same word at the same time, somebody finishes your sentence, whatever it is. You could very well be doing one thing and that other person is doing the same thing and another in another country and or another city or whatever it is, stuff like that. Um, you meditate on something, God gives you some guidance, or you're working through something, and then God starts to show up. Oh, here are these colors. Here's the same word. Here's this that. Here's this symbol. Here's this whatever. And every time that happens, and you keep saying, like on a daily basis, holy shit balls, holy fuck, what, God, what is this? Oh my God, how'd you do this? What is going on? What is happening? What is happening? What's happening? You're going to start saying what is going on and what is happening, but in a way that is different than how you were saying it before. Instead of saying, "What is going on, God? What is happening? My life is a mess. Why does this keep happening to me?" When you start to say it from a different vibration, you know you've ascended. When you start to see all of these things and your mind is blown every hour, every day, or at least a couple times a day, and you're like this, really, God? I just read that. You just channeled that to me. I just saw that on somebody's t-shirt or whatever, whatever. And it's always one after the other. Synchronicity after synchronicity. But I mean, they're big things, bigger synchronicity, bigger signs, right? Somebody says the word trumpet, and you've got a notebook in your backpack that has a picture of a trumpet on it. Things like that. Could be small to you, but when you see a lot of things that happen daily in your life, you've done a lot of work. And then instead of saying, "What is happening? What is going on with my life and my world?" You're going to be seeing God everywhere. "Oh, God, what is happening? What's going on, God? This is amazing. This is the most glorious thing that keeps happening in my life. This is where God wants you to head towards." But like with everything else, everything like attracts like. To be experiencing more of that stuff, you gotta start with yourself. You gotta start building your own relationship with the divine, with God first. And if you don't know how to do that, if you know people who are already experiencing that type of life, who already know how to connect, who are that close to archangels, whatever it is, then you're being guided to go work with those people to mentor you, to teach you, to guide you. That's hermit energy, a spiritual guide to help you get there, to help you to live a more balanced and tranquil and peaceful, joyous life. That is also our purpose here, not just our mission work. Every human being's purpose in life is to experience bliss, peace, divine optimal health, agape love. That's it. And we all have a hand in doing that for each other. We're all here to support each other with it and to get us there, not get us away from it. This is not just the fucking love and light bullshit. There's more dark to that. And that dark has to come out. And that includes hardcore truths, the stuff you don't want to see, the stuff you don't want to acknowledge. A lot of this work, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be done on your own, right? It's like I have my students, I have my clients or whatever. I don't like really calling them clients because everybody uses the fucking term client for my students, right? God had me go through what I did, get to a certain part, and then he said, now it's time for you to teach your wisdom. Now it's time for you to teach from your experience, right? but everybody's journey is different. So what I'm also starting to change up on is I work with them individually because I know intuitively what's going to work for that student and what's not going to work for the other one. And I work with the student. It's like, okay, blah, 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 blah. Let's work on this, right? Like in my mentorship programs, my plans, each week is allotted for something different in your life: spirituality, healing, wellness, your health, and relationships. When you've got all of that and you're working on that on a weekly basis, I'm doing that thing like, what's that? What's his face? Somebody's saying it to me right now. Cumberbatch plays the dude. Oh my God. I can't remember his name. Why am I hearing the Grim Reaper? I know it's not the Grim Reaper. I love that character. Doctor Strange, whoever said it, thank you, right? I'm doing this. You're opening up the portal, right? You're working your own magic to bend time and space anyway. Doctor Strange, right? I think that's it. That's it. You are working through all those topics every week and you're going to combine them into one big energy ball so that it's helping you to ascend, to grow, to learn and evolve. Because remember, you can't just focus on spirituality. You can't just focus on love, relationships. You can't just focus solely on your health. It's the balance of all things, like Ayurveda, the science of life, diet, your lifestyle, your relationships, your relationship with God, yourself, how you deal with changes, right? So, like when I'm mentoring people, okay, this is going to work for this student with spirituality, and this is going to work for this other one. That's why it's really wise to work one on one with somebody when you're going through your journey, especially when you're having a hard time with it. You don't know which way to go. Or some of you are having mentors or teachers who just like, I'm not getting anywhere, or they're focusing on one thing. Like one of them could only be focusing on healing, and you're healing and healing and healing all the time. What about everything else? How is working on healing going to work for you when you're not also working on your well being, your diet, your lifestyle, your stress levels? Okay. How do you be focusing so much on your diet, your health, your well being, going exercising all the time when you're not managing your relationships well enough? Your stress levels, because even sometimes you're going to the gym to manage stress. Sometimes I might aggravate the stress, right? Or you're going to work out all the time and you're eating McDonald's every day. Or like you're a gym rat and your relationship with your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your wife, your husband, your coworkers are suffering. The well balanced method of mentorship. That's what I offer. But it's like if you're focusing so much on just one thing, you're already off balance because you're thinking, oh, I just got to work on healing. I just got to work on this. And some of you do have to work more on healing than some other things, but there still has to be a balance. And here's the thing, when you have all of those being worked on within a month, let's say, when you start working like the next month on those other things, but again, you have to put in your time, money, effort, energy, commitment to it. A daily thing. This is not an on and off thing. That's why mentorship is not the same as coaching. Mentorship is long term. You cannot become masters in a short period of time. And even then, you will achieve a different level of mastery. So when you're combining all these different things, you're focusing on one thing a week, and all of a sudden, you're changing things up in your life for yourself. the healing becomes easier. The spiritual growth is a little bit easier. Your well-being improves. Your relationships improve, and it becomes a little bit easier to manage and to navigate. And for anybody who's in denial, you're trying to work from the outside in, right? And you're not doing any work. Good luck with that. Taking shortcuts, taking the easy way out, or avoiding the truth that you know you need to change from the inside out. You know you need to do something differently. I am getting a very strong, I'm getting Aquarius energy. I'm getting a very strong energy all the fucking sudden. Some of you are in denial that you need a mentor, that you need a teacher to work with you. Because a lot of you, you may be very independent. There may be strong Leo energy here or strong fixed energy, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Taurus. Hi, Yashi. Ah, you just woke up. It's 12:12 on my clock. How are you, Yashi? I was gonna say Yoshi. Hi, Yoshi. Some of you, and again, this is not a judgment, this is divine truth. This is Archangel Michael speaking. Some of you could very well be in denial. I don't, I love Japan though. Japan's great. I've never been there. I'd love to go there, but Japan is a whole other planet. Some of you may be in denial. You've been doing things on your own for so long that you think, okay, well, I can learn on my own. I can do this on my own. But you may not have been making any progress anywhere. That would be fun, Yashi, if we go together. I'll leave that to God and the universe, right? You may be thinking, oh, no, I got this. I can learn. I know what I'm doing, right? That kind of happened to me at the beginning until God led me to a mentor. He goes, I want you to sign up for her membership and get her daily guidance. That's how it started off for me. I needed to start somewhere. And boy, did she help me out. Now, I wasn't guided to do one-on-one. I was like, God, I need a mentor. And every time I tried that route, God did not allow it to happen. Some people don't need that type of one-on-one. It depends on what you already incarnated with this lifetime. But I'm getting stronger for a lot of you because here's the thing, my life was already improving. I was already coming to my gifts. I was already overcoming a lot of challenges. And I was putting a lot of this other bullshit behind. I was ascending then. So God was like, good, keep doing this. You don't need more invasive work. I said, okay, I'll do that. Things were getting better for me. I was seeing some results in my physical world. Some of you may be stuck. You may not be seeing the results. You may be going in circles. You may be repeating the same cycles, or you may be going to people who seem easier on you, who seem more airy fairy. Again, I'm not judging these people. They're a little bit nicer. They're a little bit kinder to you. But be honest with yourself and saying, are those people that you've been getting some support from or mentorship or guidance from? Are they really being honest with you, calling out your bullshit to really make you the better version of yourself? Or they just want to be your friend? Or they just want to take your money? Or they just want to get something for free from you, whatever the case may be? Think about that. Are those people living the lives that you want to live? Are they at peace? Are they in divine optimal health? Are they glowing? Right? Do they have a good sense of humor? Do they have a positive outlook on life? Are they fearful about anything? Do they get sick a lot? Again, there's nothing against people getting sick a lot, but you got to be careful with those people who like it's low energy. It's like getting a diet coach, a wellness coach, and they eat shit every day and they're stressed out every day. Their life is chaotic. Do you want to be mentored by someone who has a life like that? That cancels it out. Makes no fucking sense. And here's the cold hard truth. It's going to trigger you. I don't give two fucks because this is the truth coming out because Archangel Michael's coming in hard now. It's like some of you are dealing with people who are like that. You're being mentored. You're being taught by these people who are living the lives that you're trying to achieve, and they're not living the same damn life that you're trying to have. You want to go to the fourth grade and you're being taught by someone who's in the second grade. They haven't gone to the fourth grade yet. This message keeps coming up. And some of you people, you don't want to hear the truth. Some of you, you don't want to deal with the hard shit, but you're going to have to. But I can tell you this much. It will get easier to handle the truth. October of last year was a huge truth in your face month for me. And now I know why. When I asked God, I said, God, can you just tell me the truth? Can you just give me this? I know I'm so thankful that God did not tell me when I asked because I wasn't fucking ready for it. I wasn't built strong enough for it. I wasn't in a higher vibration for it. And when it came, when everything came raining down, even when I went through my massive tower moment in October 2022, I had to be prepared. I had to be ready. And I had to face my fears and my truths along the way. And it didn't hit me as hard. I didn't fall apart. I didn't get off my path. I didn't like curse God. I didn't get all bent out of fucking shape because of it. I got better and I got stronger and I got wiser. That's the whole point of all this crazy shit that goes on in our lives, guys. That's the whole point of the truth being in our face, of the challenges that we face, to be able to deal with harsher truths, to understand what is your actual divine truth, and to not be afraid of it, to not turn your back to it. And that includes people being very honest with you, calling bullshit on you in your face. Those are divine children of God because God does the same thing to us. Those are the people you should be mentored by. Those are the people who should be your friends. Those are the people who should be in your corner because they're genuinely fighting for you when they tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. Trust me, I've been there. And I still get some things. You know what, Jess? That was this. You did that. Or I think you might want to revisit that or look at that. Yeah, I do. And acknowledging that truth is a whole other thing, ladies and gentlemen. It's one thing for somebody to tell you the cold hard truth. It's another thing for you to acknowledge it and to accept it and to work through it, to learn from it. To face it. Say, yeah, you know what? Yep. Yep. And then there's also you got to be careful with people who they tell you what may be perceived as truth, but your higher self, your gut, your inner knowing knows, nah, that doesn't apply to me. That I feel icky. I feel low when I hear that. I feel like, that's not who I am, right? I'll give you an example. When I stopped dating and I hadn't been in a relationship by the third year or something, and people were like, Didn't you just go on dating apps? You should be dating by now. Why don't you have anybody? I'm like, I'm still working on myself. God is gonna bring me the person with divine perfect timing. I'm not gonna chase. I'm working to attract it. That's divine feminine energy. Like yo yo yo. But you take action on doing the work to get you there, right? And everyone was like, "Oh, Jess, no, you should be socializing. You should be doing this and dating around and whatever, whatever." No, because God told me no. Why am I going against what God told me to do? And other people were influencing me. And I was feeling a little bit, oh man, going out, taking myself out on dates and seeing all these couples and things. And, you know, hey, or the people trying to set me up. I'm like, God's like, don't you dare. Even the little dates that I went on, God was like, nope, you can go on this date or whatever, but that's it. Don't expect anything else. Right. You can't force your blessings. You can't hurry love. You just have to wait. Phil Collins, the Supreme, saying that originally. You have to let those things come to you, and they will come to you out of fucking nowhere. You will know when that love is for you, when that opportunity is for you because of what God has already told you, but also because of who you came to be, what work you've done, what you were vibrating at. Again, like attracts like. Again, God will exceed your expectations. That's when you know that thing is for you. He makes the impossible possible. He brings it to you. You do not go to him for it. You do what is necessary to get yourself in alignment. Watch what God does. But again, that's a lot of work. It's a lot of like, you can't be in denial anymore. It's, um, learning from people, right? The mentors, the teachers who've gone before you, who you resonate with it. Yeah, you know what? That's a hard truth, but yep, I gotta stop doing that. Yep, I gotta pay attention to this. Yep, I gotta lose weight. I gotta quit that job. I gotta start working with a mentor. I gotta stop committing to my health. I gotta start doing this every day of the week, whatever that is for you. This world is gonna get better when we get better first. Period. Venus said it starts with us. All of you watching this, you're not idiots. You're far from it. What you need to understand is that you have all this wisdom within you. You just haven't tapped into it. And some of you are having a hard time because it's there, but you just don't know how to tap in. You just don't know how to pull it out. Some of you, you just need to spend time with God and go within, and it's going to come to you. And you don't need like one on one, you don't need like long term mentorship, whatever. Others of you, you're going to need that support. Okay. But what constitutes an idiot, Athena? I would say it could be attributed to we're just not thinking straight. How about that? Right? The balance. Balance is everything. That word balance came out twice in my reading today. Every time I do work with my private groups, with my students, whatever, I should say clients again, it's always balance. Balance, 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 balance keeps coming up. I've had to learn that too. If you guys saw at the beginning of Capella Wellness, I did like, I don't know, 16 videos in a week. I still to this day do not know how the fuck I had all that energy. And I was taking my kid to school. This is when I still lived in Rockville, and I was being single mom. And um, I had to make meals, had to do walks, I had to do cleaning the house, all types of things. Work with my son, tend to my son, help my son with whatever, volunteer for my son's school. I overdid it then. That's like, "Eh, okay." Everybody else was cranking out all these videos, right? They say, hey, if you want to get more views and more subscribers and more get your stuff out there, you got to crank out more things. No, the video is going to be out when it's supposed to be out, and it's going to reach those people when it needs to reach them. Plain and simple. I do my part, God does the rest. But I also had to find balance. And before I started doing this work, whoa, my life was way out of balance when I was working a 9 to 5 job. And actually, it wasn't 9 to 5. It was more average of a 10-hour workday for me. I chose that. I didn't have to. I chose it because of the single mom thing, having more time for my son, so I could take PTO just in case. Because usually my PTO was my son's in a sense. So we need to really focus on ourselves going forward and getting the true guidance that they don't even want me to use counselor. They want me to use mentor. But someone who's gonna be a dick sometimes, someone who calls you out on your bullshit, they know, they see right through you, and they're not gonna let it get away from them or you. Someone who has a whole holistic view of having a well-balanced life, but it's specific to you, not to anybody else. That's why as you are working with the community of people, because that's important too, you balance that out with having someone who's a true guide for you, like one person, just one. Daniel's son did not have two Mr. Miyagi's, okay? He had one. He did not go to that to Cobra Kai dojo and have Mr. Miyagi as his mentor. Although that should be resonating with some of you people. And do you see the difference with him being he could have gone to the Cobra Kai dojo. There's a bunch of dudes there, right? Not that there's anything wrong with going to a dojo or learning karate in a group. That's not what I'm saying. This goes back to Mr. Miyagi being the hermit, being the sage, being the wise teacher. Solitude. It was going to be better for Daniel to focus if it was just between Mr. Miyagi and him. Mr. Miyagi was the true master, but look at the difference between Mr. Miyagi and the other dude. I forgot what Johnny's teacher's name was. Mr. Miyagi was teaching the true art of karate, right? Karate here, karate no here, right? It's tied to spirituality, is it not? Look at the work he made Daniel do, and Daniel got pissed off, right? What does this have to do with karate? I love the scene when Mr. Miyagi's like, right? And Daniel's like, "What the fuck's going on?" And he was doing the paint the fence, sand the floor, all of that. You've got to do the hard work. And again, you're having all these people teach you something, and you're not where you want to be right now. That should tell you something. Of you are getting your guidance, or you're having some people in the Cobra Kai dojo when you already have a Mr. Miyagi and you're like in denial or whatever. You're not understanding that Mr. Miyagi is the one who's going to get you the so-called championship. We all know we're not doing this for fame, fortune, accolades, and trophies. There's something bigger than this. And you look at the Cobra Kai dojo, they were all being taught by someone who was not a wise teacher. Sure, he was in the army and like he was teaching karate and Johnny won all these other championships, right? But look at the energy of those guys, unfortunately. Were they wholehearted? Were they kind to other people? Were they utilizing karate just to oppress? They were using karate to oppress people, to intimidate people, to instill fear. Oh my God, there it is. Some of you are in the wrong dojo, plain and simple. You're being surrounded by low vibrational teachers, low vibrational people, communities, whatever that is for you, and you know it. But don't beat yourself up. This is not to make you feel like a dumbass. This is to make you be aware. This is what a true teacher does. Mr. Miyagi did the same thing to Daniel. He called Daniel out on his bullshit, but he made him do the work. It was hard labor, but he also taught him wisdom with what true karate upholds. And Mr. Miyagi was patient. He was quiet at times, but he was tough too, but not tough like the Cobra Guy dojo sensei. I can't remember what his name is. One bad apple spoils a bunch. And again, that's why Daniel was singled out. That's why I made Mr. Miyagi didn't teach Daniel and some other kids. It was Mr. Miyagi and Daniel all the time. God does his greatest work in solitude. You will learn better. You may learn faster. You will become wiser when you're dealing with one form of information, one teacher, one mentor, one guide. Because too much of that gets you scattered and you're all on these freaking paths and you end up going around in circles. It's like the spokes of a wheel, right? Getting all this stuff from all these things, different frequencies, different energies, that's going to discombobulate your own energy. It's going to interfere with your healing, your ascension, because you are being, the information is being disseminated to you through all these different energies that are not the same frequency and they're not higher than yours. Mr. Miyagi's energy and vibration was higher than Daniel's. It was not at the same level that Daniel was when he started learning. And age doesn't have anything to do with it. Everybody thinks that like some much older person is the wiser one. That's not always the case either. There are so many younger people who are more wise than the older ones. My son's one of them. A lot of your kids are some of them. You can learn a lot from children, a lot. You can learn way more from people younger than people older than you, or people your age. I'm experiencing that right now. God's sending me these younger, again, my son's one of them. I'm learning a lot more from the younger people in my life and the younger people God's bringing in my life. It's very interesting, very eye-opening, very enlightening. So again, which dojo are you going to be part of? Who's going to be your mentor? Who's going to be your one teacher that's going to streamline everything? And it's the same principles, it's the same teachings to, again, the sand, the floor, the paint, the fence, all of the wax on, wax off, right? Can you imagine if Daniel was getting guidance and learning karate from both places? God knows what would have happened to Daniel if he got teachings from both ends. But again, the solitude word is the key here. God does his greatest work in solitude. A mentor and a student, right? The mentor will be able to do their greatest work when it's just with that one student. And sure, that student can be part of a group, like I do monthly group things, once a week, whatever, once a month, group sessions, it helps because then we're all supporting each other. And it's like when you're dealing with a mentor, you're dealing with a teaching, and then you're in a group and it's like, okay, well, I got this teaching, I got this mentorship. Well, I'm struggling with this. Well, oh, you are? Well, guess what I learned? And this is how I accomplished this. And maybe this could work for you. And, you know, I shouldn't be the only teacher. But there's also you coming out of your comfort zone and being in front of people to be able to like show others, hey, look at the progress I'm making. Hey, I went through this and look how I overcame it. And you're inspiration for somebody else and for somebody else and for somebody else. That's how it's supposed to work. You become empowered, you grow, you learn, you evolve, and then you're the example for those other people and that group to encourage them, to inspire them, to enlighten them. Oh, wow, that did work for you. Oh, wow, you were able to finally get away from that addiction. You were able to stop doing this, stop doing that. Wow, right? It's like somebody is addicted to alcohol and somebody is addicted to porn and another person's addicted to social media. Everyone's got different addictions, but the certain methods that work for that person, they stuck to it, they overcame it. It's the encouragement for the other person addicted to social media. Like, you know what? Wow, that worked for you. Well, if I put in the effort and the work, I can overcome my addiction to social media. Yeah. Not alcohol, but it's still an addiction. But it's going to be mitigated or eliminated different ways. But principle teachings is the same because then it's coming from one mentor or one teacher or something. Now you can have other people give you guidance and stuff, right? But they're not, it's general guidance. Okay. It's like it makes me realize why I didn't have that many friends growing up. Thanks God. I used to be made fun of because I didn't have many friends, but I see the purpose in it. I didn't need that many. And I had what I needed at the time and I was learning from all these people. So it was very interesting. Um, the same thing with like relationships. I didn't really date that many people either. There was a reason for that too. God knows what he's doing, guys. God knows what he's doing. I'm taking notes here. I heard solitude teaching. That's kind of funny. Yeah, it's one on one, not many to many, not many to one. It's like, oh, I learned this in school when it came to designing of systems. Man, that was so long ago. They're not Venn diagrams, they're something else. This relationships with things. It's one to one, guys. Now here's so somebody's saying something about Jesus and the disciples. It was one to many, right? This is why I do group session. I'll do the individual mentorship, then I'll have the group sessions, right? Jesus was also mentoring each disciple separately. And then he would bring everybody together in a group to teach. But it's more of like, are you applying what you've learned? What are you bringing to the table? Because each disciple had to bring something different to the table. It's like the rest of us. We're all here to bring something different to the table, to God's table. Um, they're having me write words. I'm channeling words right now, guys. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I'm gonna read these in a little bit. They told me to get a pen and paper. I've never done this really in one of these live streams, but they told me to do it. Anyway, if anybody wants to put any more words of wisdom or wants to reflect on anything based on what I've been channeling, feel free to do so in the chat as I'm writing this stuff down. Um, all right, before I flip the page, this is what I got so far. They said there's more coming through. I've written everything here. Here we go. Kraken, obligated, obliteration. Now here are the names: Shannon, Jason, Kyle, Cody, Yashi, Linda, Lucy, Lucifer. And then they made me point an arrow, warning, arrow, look out, arrow, danger ahead. If you don't believe me, not that I need to prove anything, that's what it says. This is how my channeling writing looks like. That's not my normal handwriting. Okay. They had this single out for a reason here. Oh, I just heard the name K needs to be added to that list with the warning thing. And Michelle and Angela and Angelica and Athena and Andrea and Michael and Matthew and Peter, Peter Paul, Cindy, Micah, Emma, Christine, Josh. I'm hearing Jason again. Jody. Chris with a K and Chris with a CH. Okay, that all that just came through again. There again, this is not to make anybody worried or anything like that. This is just something that's coming through with those names tying into, they want me to read it again. Warning, look out, danger ahead. And the last word, again with that L word, Lucifer, that's tying into like double energies, like wash out. Ah, watch out. Maryland. Miss Maryland. Again, this is not to say that you're the devil or anything like that, but those names that I called there, there's big warning stuff. Look out. This is why I said at the beginning of this channeling, this is the warning. This is your heads up. This is your announcement. I'm hearing pay attention to your announcements, pay attention to notifications. Okay, pay attention to some of the notifications, but some of you have too many notifications on because you're getting distracted. I said that on my recording. I'm hearing watch out, look out. Yeah, danger ahead. Okay. So after that, I got clouds, solace, red shirt or red glasses, blue. Yashi, see too many notifications. You want to throw your phone. See, Yashi, that's not helping you. It's distorting your inner peace. It's distorting your energy. It go meditate on what you really need notifications on, if any. If you got to turn them all off, do that. I do that. I only turn on notifications when I'm like not going to be bothered or I'm like expecting a phone call or whatever that is. Everything else, I'm on DND, do not disturb. Red shirt, red glasses, blue car, white car, Nordic, Odin, Freyr. There's a lot of Norse mythology here. San Francisco, LA, which is Los Angeles, Elon, David, Aurora, Cali, Cali is in California, but there's also the name Callie, Callie, um, Callis, and then Trump. And I was going to keep channeling some stuff, but they said, no, you got to read it. Okay, I'm going to say some stuff. Hawaii, vacation, no more, get back on your path. Blanket, coffee, cup, that you drink coffee or you're drinking too much coffee, or coffee cup could also mean a meeting with a friend, with a going on a coffee date, whatever that is. I'm hearing Starbucks also. Um, uh, white cat. Um, I heard purple dog. We know in like a 3D world, we've never seen a purple dog unless it was spray painted or has like a coat on, but I heard purple dog. Unicorn, peacock, little John, little girl, um, Pampers, babies, gold, chain, blue, ring, could be like a triangle. I'm hearing Larimar, the still Larimar. That's a really good crystal. Blonde hair, deceitful. Okay, I'm getting this again. Again, this if you have blonde hair, I'm not calling you deceitful, but what they want me to say is that there are some people with blonde hair who are being deceitful, or they keep changing their color hair, something along those lines. Again, we're not judging here. I'm just channeling as I'm hearing, okay, or as I'm seeing. Um, erroneous. heart-shaped face. Be honest with yourself. Gray couch or armchair. Whiskey, cigarette. Pond. Koi fish. We all know about koi fish ponds. There's something about Chinese food, Japanese food, Mexican food. I channeled that in the recording. Texas, Dallas, Minnesota, St. Paul, Breezy. I'm hearing Chris Brown, Stephen. I heard Furtick. I know who that is. Pastor. Um, Alvin, Alwyn, Barbara Johnson, fighter pilot, airplane, all zodiac signs. That's interesting. Blue or green socks, hole in thumb. Maybe somebody got punctured or there's an injury. A band-aid. Okay. Yeah, I'm writing all this down. There's a reason why I'm saying and writing it down at the same time. Um, rose quartz is needed for some of you. That's agape love. That is healing crystal, or like love, heart chakra healing. I'm hearing a lot of you need heart chakra healing. Like some really deep, deep cleansing of the heart space. Um, stop being in denial. I'm hearing the state Maryland, New Hampshire, Buffalo, New York. Bills are playing tomorrow. It's funny because I'm actually going for the Bills, the AFC East. That's my division for the Dolphins. And I'm like, hey, what the hell? I'm going for the Bills. Commanders and Bills, that's where it's at. I want the Commanders and Bills to be the Super Bowl. Anyway, Snowy, turn on your thermostat. Somebody's cupboards are bare, or you're having a financial hardship. Somebody needs to inflate their tires. Somebody has a nail in their tire. Somebody has the flu. Um, somebody's health is on the brink of collapse. Somebody needs to wake up and realize that they need to put their health first, themselves first. That's what I'm hearing. I'm getting very strong Aquarius energy with that. Um, I heard health scare or more health scares. Um, it's going to be okay. Just do what you need to do. God is with you. I'm hearing the initials ED, PC, JD, um, CH, IS, IR, IO, IOU. I heard big check. Maybe somebody got a big check today or is going to get a big check. I'm hearing like lots of zeros, or you're getting more in this check than you thought. Um, if that's you, if you're getting a big check, more money than you thought, or you got a check, you're being asked to be wise with that, or to give, or to like save some for yourself. Like there may be something that you need, and then whatever's left over to give, to share, donate, like charity, something like that. That's specific. Um, Somebody's got a sweater. Okay, they want me to stop writing because now I'm seeing things. Somebody's got a sweater on. It's got stripes. It's multicolored. It's got blue, white, green in it. Um, it could be a t-shirt. Um, Somebody needs to wash their hair. Somebody's got a like a black jacket. It's thin. It's kind of like a rain jacket. Um, I'm seeing motorcycle. I'm hearing pass the class. You're gonna pass a class. Uh, Being very studious, like your hard work's gonna pay off. Someone's got a thumb ring. Some of you either have a carnelian thumb ring or you need to get one. Um, Carnelian may be good for you. That actually helps with suppressing anger. Not suppressing it. It helps mitigate anger. Where carnelian can help you with not being so angry, is what I'm hearing, or frustrated. Um, Somebody's listening to this in the bathroom. Somebody may be very well dropping a deuce right now. I have to say it. That's kind of funny. Somebody is listening to this while walking or running track or running. Um, Somebody is not properly dressed for the weather. You think that the cold won't affect you, but it will catch you in the long run, I'm hearing. I'm hearing somebody's been contemplating needing to quit their job. You work in a cubicle, there's like gray offices, gray spaces, gray desks, or whatever. A lot of grayness in the office or something, or blue, or light blue, gray, like a cobalt maybe. Um, Punching numbers, too much on the computer. Somebody's just like, I want out. I need to quit. I can't do this anymore. This is not my life's purpose. I should have listened to Jess. Okay, that's kind of weird. I should have listened to somebody. I did hear my name. This is not me to be tooting my own horn or putting myself in a pedestal, but I have to say what I'm getting. I should have listened. Um, I need to do something for myself. Somebody's really debating on like to like you have multiple jobs or you've got too much going on and you know need to quit something. There's a factory worker here. I'm seeing plates with numbers. Um, there may be something happening at that factory or something already happened at that factory that may be part of like the danger message from earlier. Um, I'm hearing trust in what God is doing, especially if some of you, you've already lost your job or you're on the verge of losing your job, or you end up losing your job after you watch this. Again, I'm not trying to, again, guys, like my guides are telling me I don't need to explain myself. I don't. I really don't. Um, Green car, red car. There's a Jeep around here with like black rims, the wheels. Somebody needs to trade in their car or to sell their car. Um, Somebody is afraid to put their heater on because of the electric bill. Somebody's freezing right now, and you're like, you're afraid to turn the heater on because we all know what happens when you have your heater on indefinitely, especially with this weather right now. Your bill goes up. I know I've been there. You really have to watch yourself because you need heat. God's going to provide. You can't be worrying about that light bill or the heat bill or whatever this is for somebody. Someone's got thinning hair. Someone's getting self-conscious about their looks, trying to dye their hair. Your hair is graying out. Um, I'm seeing blue track pants. They could be Nike or Adidas. Some of them have like blue stripe at the side. Someone's wearing New York Yankee blue track pants. or was or has them in possession. Somebody's a Yankees fan. I'm hearing damn Yankees as a group. I'm hearing listen to more music, sing more, write more, playing music and playing outside. Um, Somebody's got a trampoline. Somebody wants to get on a trampoline, but they can't. They don't have time or they're not able to. I don't know what that is. Kids on a trampoline, too many kids, too many things going on, too many applications. Uh, Trying to take care of everybody else's problems. You got to take care of your own. I'm seeing fights and altercations with friends, coworkers, spouses. Tensions are rising. There's a lot of stress going on for a lot of people. I heard the name Kaya or something like that. Jennifer, Wilfred. I heard Willifred, but there's also Wilfred. Um, I heard Mandingo. That's hilarious. I heard Sofia Vergara. Um, Joe DiMaggio, the name Joe. Um, Laura, Christine, Kristen, Capelli, Italy, France, Nova Scotia, fishing, sailing. Someone's debating on whether to invest in something in their health or not. Could be buying organic food, could be changing their diet completely, an exercise machine, mentorship even, um, investing in like time commitment, energy, money into healing, healing practices, healing work, energy healing, doing more of it. Um, Somebody's got a white shirt on, somebody needs to iron or they don't want to iron, they're kind of like tired of ironing. Um, Black mustache I'm seeing or black facial hair, like dark colored facial hair. Blue eyes, green eyes. I'm seeing the glasses again. They're all different colors now. Someone needs to get their eyes checked. Someone needs to go to the doctor. Someone needs to get their butt checked. I'm hearing prostate. I'm hearing mammogram. I'm hearing another breathing thing. Your X-ray on your chest. Someone's giving you the wrong information. Someone read the wrong chart. Someone read the wrong test results. Oh, Jesus. I'm hearing for somebody here, like if you had test results recently, again, this is not to scare anybody. You're just gonna have to go back and double check because somebody gave you somebody else's test results, like blood work or something, or be mindful of that if you're getting blood work. I don't know. That's kind of weird. Um, uh, Somebody is pregnant right now, is about to be pregnant. Somebody just gave birth. Somebody's trying to get pregnant and they can't. I'm hearing Venice, Italy. I'm hearing despair and hopelessness, lack of faith. God wants you to have faith, especially if you're dealing with a pregnancy. Uh, think twice. Someone's about to make a decision. It's going to go wrong. It's not for your highest good. It's actually going to open up can of worms. It's going to make things very, very difficult for you. Or there's somebody here, you made a decision thinking that was going to be better for you, and it made things worse. You're more stressed out. There's more craziness going on. You're pulling your hair out. Your weight has gone up. Your stress levels have gone up. Your health is failing even more than it did before. It's like, and again, this is not to make you feel bad. It's just either you didn't trust God or you weren't trusting your intuition. and you didn't follow the guidance that somebody else gave you that could have like led you to a more less challenging path, but you went a different direction. You maybe have followed the guidance of others, or other people are doing it this way. It has to be done this way. This is what society does. This is what I do, but their lives aren't what you want it to be either, and it's made it worse for you. Or some of you run the risk of taking that path or that advice where it's going to blow up in your face. I'm hearing use discernment and where you're getting your guidance from. I'm hearing you're up against a wall, a rock and hard place. I'm hearing some of you are up against great challenges, but you'll be able to overcome them. I'm hearing for somebody here, brown hair, brown eyes, uh, you have plants, you have a blue dolphin somewhere. You wear a cross or a crucifix. Your favorite color is green. I'm seeing the letters J, I'm seeing the letters M, the letter E, letter B, letter A, letter Z. Um, somebody here has a focus candle, a white focus candle, a Gemini candle, or maybe you're a Gemini. Something here with all this stuff. Like I'm hearing though, somebody who has a focus candle, there's something about make sure you focus on what is important because your life's about to change for the better. I'm hearing spotlight energy, like strong Leo energy, but it's like Leo rising, Leo North node, strong Leo placements, but like harmonious Leo placements is what I'm hearing. But it's going back to this focus candle. Somebody's life is about to change drastically. Like your things are going to be taking off come March, springtime, Aries season. If you're in alignment by the time spring starts, by the time Aries season begins, because that's really the start of the new year. 'Cause that's the beginning of this astrological wheel. You're being asked to really focus, continue focusing on your health, continue to focus on balancing out your life, all areas of your life, because once that time frame hits, it could very well be this year, things are really going to kick off. And you have to make sure to stay in alignment, to stay focused on what is important. Make sure that joy, health, um, rest, uh, you know, spending time with loved ones, playtime is important. You focus on those things and top of your mission work, everything's going to be fine. You're going to be able to handle the fame, the fortune. You're going to be able to handle the busyness that is imminent. Um, God is already has already sent you somebody or some people or whomever who are going to be in your corner, who are going to help you to stay focused, who are going to help you to be accountable, who are going to help lift you up, because you could be getting more attention, getting more recognition. Your name's going to be everywhere. Your picture is going to be everywhere. But this is also coming with opposition. It's also coming with hatred. It's also coming with jealousy and envy, and trying to sabotage you. Uh, God's saying to stay in alignment. Like you've done your work. You've been seeing all these amazing things coming, and God's like, you ain't seen nothing yet. I'm not done yet. And this person or people who've been sent to you, they were sent to you at the right time, and they're gonna be able to they're gonna be there to, like, help you stay on your toes, remain standing. Somebody has very, very, very rare gifts, like, really, 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 really rare. I'm hearing jack of all trades, master of none, but somebody here is a jack of all trades. I'm getting strong Gemini energy, um, strong air, strong Gemini Aquarius, combination of the 2. Jack of all trades, master of none, but this person here, or at least a couple of people, it's you're the jack of all trades, but master of all. That's really huge. Someone's able to multitask. Someone's able to, like, keep their mind right. Somebody learns very quickly. I'm hearing Aquarius moon. Pay attention during Aquarius season. This goes for everybody. This Aquarius message, the Aquarius season message is for everybody. I'm being told, pay attention, Aquarius season, because we're approaching Pisces season. That is the last sign of the zodiac. We're doing some major closeouts of things. Winter is ending major karmic cycles as well. Stay on your path of health, of wellness. Get the help that you need. Aquarius is fixed energy. The changes for a lot of you need to be made before Aries season kicks in. If you've already made the changes, been told God by God, you've done your work, prepare for takeoff. This could also be pertaining to your spiritual gifts. For some of you who are ascending at a rapid rate or you've been really growing a lot, by the time Aries season comes, remember this is fire energy too. So this is a strong correlation with fire people right now, especially like Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Um, when things take off, okay, it's gonna be really good for you. For others, it's gonna be a whirlwind of crazy stuff going on. It depends on what you do between Aquarius and Aries season, guys. Stay focused on your health and well-being and making sure you have the right people in place. Cut out karmic relationships, toxic relationships, people who are toxic. Again, you can have the nicest friend, but their life is toxic. Okay, get out of this mentality of thinking when somebody is toxic, they're like narcissists and they're just like gaslighting you and all this like heavy shit or like, do you know what I'm saying? That's judging the word toxic here. You're assuming toxic people refer to those people that I mentioned, assholes, right? Whatever that is. Like even people who like do drugs or who have alcoholism or something, it's there are nice, loving people who possess toxic energies because their health is toxic, their life is toxic, their relationships are toxic. Just be mindful. There's a big detox that a lot of people need to be doing right now. Remember, it's winter, guys. This is the time to hunker down, get rest, take it easy, prepare yourselves for spring. I see somebody in a wheelchair, brown hair, blue eyes, Under Armour shirt, jacket, blue green stuff, maybe gray. Somebody's pushing people in wheelchairs. I just heard Capricorn, bighorn sheep, the ram, Aries energy there, but the ram also symbolizes perseverance, go-getterness. They can jump on great distances and land on crazy ass looking edges with ease. It's like ta-da! no effort. Um, be careful with jealousy and envy. This is the message for some people. If you're jealous or envious of somebody else, you really got to ask yourself why that is. Because if you're really wanting what they have or something, which is where jealousy comes from, like, is that what you really want? Or if it's something that you really want to have in your life, have you done the work to get that, to align yourself with that? Remember, jealousy is a low vibrational energy. Um, don't compare yourself to others. Stay on your side. I'm seeing an elephant. Somebody who's at the zoo. Somebody's going to go to the zoo. Somebody's planning to go to the zoo. Elephant also talking to Ganesha, the remover of obstacles. Archangel Michael is also the remover of obstacles. Elephants never forget. They're very wise. They're very loving with their family. The biggest land mammals on the planet. I'm hearing go big or go home. Trunk space. Swim trunks. Somebody's got eggs on their shirt, their pants, their swim trunks, or a picture of a fried egg on there, like food or something, cooking. Um, I'm hearing be open and honest. Do not be afraid to be honest with yourself and others. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. It's strength. It's superpower. So it's sensitivity, but be careful with the hypersensitivity stuff. There's a balance there needed. Some need to donate more, to give more to charity, volunteering time, money, energy, effort. Um, people, places, things. That is paying off your karma, by the way. I'm seeing a leaf. Somebody plucked a leaf off from the ground, blowing leaves, picking up leaves, trimming leaves off of a plant, dying leaves, growing leaves. A lot of growth here. Some people need to get more plants, what I'm hearing. Garden, tending to a garden, your inner garden, watering your garden, water. The grass isn't always greener on the on the other side. It's where you water it, something like that. Hand gestures, sign language. Somebody's hands are chapped. They're old and wrinkly. I'm being told again. It's not judgment. It's just calling out what I see. Something about moisturizing your hands, especially if you're dealing with cold weather. Get like a nice moisturizer. I will recommend the Trader Joe's hand creams. I use them. They're pretty awesome. That's just a suggestion. Um, recalibrate, rejuvenate, renew. There's a family of three here. Could be husband, wife, child. Could be single mother, two kids. Single father, two kids. Could be your parents and you. Uh, could even be an ex-spouse and you and a kid, whatever. Something about a family of three, or you're gonna have a family of three with somebody else, or like have a kid with somebody else. Something about family here. Three is a trinity number, triangle. With the families of three, if you're in a family of three, okay, um, like right now, there's something about Jesus here. Jesus is coming through, but he's not going to allow me to disseminate what he's telling me because he wants those of you who resonate with this part to really go to him for you to get guidance on what Jesus wants to tell you about your family of three. You could even have a separate family of three, like one person lives somewhere and two people live together or something along those lines. I just got a message, but I'm not going to say this because that message is for me. And some of you may be hearing other things. If you're getting messages from Jesus now, this pertains to you. You really need to trust what you're hearing. Um, and lastly, go forth and conquer. That's what I'm getting. So, well, Lena, a person with an L name. That's what I got. Thank you, Lena. May your light shine bright as well. Ah, Athena, the title of the slide should be 2025 class scolding number one. I wouldn't want to look at it like that. See, that's what class scolding. You know, hey, if that's how you want to perceive it, but that's not what I'm doing here. It's part of the teaching. But everybody can really be somebody and get somewhere. Okay. This is the time for change. This is the time to really rise up within yourselves. Okay. I'm not teaching this because I'm just trying to get views and whatever. We all know that that's not what I do this for. If you look at my so called track record, that really hasn't been happening, but there's a reason in that in itself, right? Perseverance is one of my big things that I got to remember about myself and what I do and what God has called me to do. I've learned a lot in my journey, and I'm at a time and space to be guiding you, right? It's guidance. It's not doctrine. It's not something that, like, it's a rule set. It has to be done this way. But there are warnings that come through because God's like, I just want some of you to really understand the severity of some of these things because He wants you to have better lives. He wants you to be healthier. He wants you to have more peace in your life, to have like really amazing fucking people in your corner, people who are going to lift you up, not tear you down. And those people are going to scold you. They're going to be truth tellers. They're going to be telling you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear, because they care that fucking much. Same thing with me. Jesus scolded people too. Jesus got in people's faces. He was so passionate because he cared that much. That's how much God cares for his children. And some like a good parent, he's got to scold. Like a good parent, he's got to be in your face. He's got to discipline. This is not beating up people. This is guiding people. Really getting out what needs to be spoken, the truth of it all, right? I've been through so much of this, and it's not easy. I know it's not. But when you get to the peak of the mountain, view is phenomenal. The air quality is better. You're on top of the world in a sense. You get to rest. You get to enjoy the view. All the hard work that you put in, and you're closer to God. God's like, look at everything in front of you. Look at what you're about to come into, what you're about to experience, right? everything will change when you change. And it's funny because I forgot to plug in my phone because hold on, I got that message. Your phone is about to die. All right. Before we close this out, we're going to see which archangel is supporting you at this time, the collective. This could also be, um, take it how it works for you if you are being encouraged to work with this archangel. Okay. Holy Spirit, archangels, Jesus, Mary, please reveal to us for highest good. Which archangel can we call upon at this time to just support us? Please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your clarity. There's the cards here. All right, three more. Here we go. One, two, and three. All right, we're gonna look at the top of the deck here. 𝗔𝗹𝗱𝗲𝗏. Okay. There's a red rose there. That's a big symbol for somebody. Angel of unconditional love. Relationship repair. Heals broken hearts. Tenderness. Family unity. So I was getting the family thing. And I was talking about unity earlier. Restores harmony. I foster harmonious relationships by filling hearts with the compassion and love. I also help soulmates unite. Rhodochrosite is a stone that you can use to help with unconditional love. I also channeled rose quartz. That's another great stone for unconditional love. The new moon, the new moon in Aquarius is on the 29th of January. That's somebody's birthday. That's also the lunar new year. That's a big day. Compromise. There's a time to compromise and there's a time to not. Come from a place of love. This is what Archangel Simiel is coming in to support us with. In 2025, we need to master the art of this. It's funny because in my teachings, for those who are on my mobile app or who work with me individually, I was talking about I'm having relationship healing group sessions every month now. Okay. At least every month. Right now, it's going to be or some sort of relationship healing every month. Okay. However, it is that they have me guide those healing sessions. But this is going to be very, very, very important in 2025. Right. Hence, unconditional love, not again being kind and generous, right? Kindness does tie into unconditional love. Again, you can be kind to people who are not kind to you. But that doesn't mean that you have to still be doing all these nice things for them. You can be kind by praying for them. You can be kind by just leading by example. You don't have to do anything for them, right? You can be kind by not acknowledging their behavior. You can be kind by saying, you know what, that was a little harsh, and you're not blowing up at them. You're not fighting fire with fire, those types of things. It's coming from a place of unconditional love. Okay. Seeing red roses is going to be significant. I am getting an energy of Valentine's Day, which is Friday, February 14th. The new moon in Aquarius is calling a lot of you to really understand new unconventional ways of loving yourself and other people. And that sounds weird because it's like, well, love is love, right? But some people love by condition. This is also learning to unconditionally love yourself first. Healing, broken hearts, broken families, all right? Restoring the harmony in the family, in the relationship, right? And here's the thing, let's say you went through a divorce, you're going through a separation, right? Um you're already divorced. You can still have unconditional love for that person and not be with that person. Okay. I'm experiencing that myself, right? Those of you who don't know, I've been divorced. What is it going to be? 8 years? I don't, it doesn't even matter. While I am divorced and my family is no longer a family of three, like in the same household, I know that I still have to have unconditional love for myself, for my ex-spouse, because that is what's going to keep this intact, the family unity, right? We may not be a physical unit, but we're always going to be that family of three because, again, my son is and my son is also the son of my ex-husband, correct? So no matter what has happened, right? I don't have any regrets. There's no shame there. I learned a lot from that marriage. This is what has changed a lot for a lot of us. And this is what I'm telling you guys with my own experience, right? Just in the marriage alone. It's actually helped us to grow more as a family, to work better together, to heal, right? Restoring the harmony. You can have harmony in what's considered a broken family. It's not broken. It just didn't work out. It was misaligned between the husband and the wife or whatever situation it is in your marriage. Okay. This is also healing a lot of other relationships, friendships. Take this for how it fits your situation. But compassion and unconditional love is what's going to heal these hearts. That's why I said there was a lot of healing in the heart chakra. I'm hearing forgiveness as well. We have Nithio at the bottom of the deck. She's the angel of eternal youth. She tends to come up a lot in my private group sessions, my private live streams. She comes up a lot. Feeling whole, healing sun and star energy, reversal of degenerative disease, pain free. I send healing star fire to burn away feelings of separation from source, which is the root cause of all disease. This is Garnet. That is January's birthstone, and the moon is in Aquarius. A strong energy with January. I'm recording this January 25th. It's now the 26th of 2025. December, which was last month, and things are improving. A lot of things will improve when you master the art of this. This is the foundation of everything. This is where God comes in. When we learn to master this, this is where we rise up within ourselves. We come to our full potential. Love is the only thing we need at this time, but it's unconditional love, not conditional. We cannot come together as a family unit, as a collective, one big happy family. It doesn't have to take the blood out of it, out of this. We can become one powerful entity, right? Unite as one big happy family when we are unconditionally loving the other. And I mean everyone. That is Jesus' main teaching. Unconditional love, compassion, and understanding. It's very strong, divine, feminine, Christ consciousness energy. And some of these compromises tie into sacrifices, right? Well, I gotta stop trying to be right all the time. I gotta stop trying to controlling the family, controlling everything. I gotta stop trying to do it my way only, not take into account somebody else's guidance or whatever, whatever, right? I was talking about feeling whole. You gotta feel whole within yourself. But this is also unconditionally loving yourself, your flaws and all, right? People who mess up, they goof, they fuck up, make mistakes. Okay. They forgot to get something at the grocery store. They forgot to fill your tire. They forgot, like, whatever, to do this. Have some compassion, right? Don't judge. You feel more whole when you always come from a place of love, even when it's hard. Reversal of degenerative disease. I was channeling health issues, okay? Health care. I did write that on this paper, all right? It's down there. Sun and star energy is very powerful healing energy right there. Eternal youth, also tapping into your inner child, right? Playfulness. Children unconditionally love, don't they? As we get older, we kind of forget that. Mainly because of everything that ends up happening during our child as we get older and stuff happens, but it's all part of God's process. No matter what is done unto you, you still have this in your heart space. And I know this is hard, guys. Trust me, it's hard as hell, but it can be done. Why? Because we're all divine children of God. We came from God. If God could unconditionally love us, we have the capacity to do the same. This is where our superpower comes from. This is how the world's going to get better. This and this alone. This is where it starts. But it starts with you first. You understanding what true unconditional love is for yourself and for other people. This is what keeps us young. This is what brings the vitality, right? It clears the pain in the heart space. It repairs broken hearts. The unconditional love is the only thing that's going to heal that heart space. And you should be surrounding yourself with people who give you that love. Surrounding yourself with people who are pain free, who are not disconnected from source, from God, who are tied to God all the time, no matter what happens, who still have this in their heart space for themselves and others, no matter what happens. They have the mentality, even when shit hits the fan, things are improving. It's gonna get better because it always does. Again, you're not separated from God. That's the biggest disease of all. And so what I'm also hearing is that if you're actually having a disease, you have a disease or an illness or something, you can have divine optimal health, but God's asking you to not focus so much on your illnesses or ailments. He's wanting you to focus on Him because you have the ability to heal yourself. Unconditional love is the greatest healing energy there is. So is forgiveness, but that ties into that. A close relationship with God helps you to achieve divine optimal levels of health too, because He's going to tell you how to overcome these diseases. And it doesn't have to be a physical thing, guys. It could be a disease of the mind, stress, anxiety, right? Look at what's at the top. 𝗲𝗏𝗃, guardian of the divine light. Number 45. If you're 45 years old, pay attention. If you're 41 years old, pay attention. If you're 28 years old, pay attention. Clear healing light aids light workers, spiritual insight, patron of the arts and sciences. I hold the mirror of the soul to help you see how to come into alignment with your true inner self. Labradorite is a great crystal to work with this. Instantaneous and changes. The changes need to begin from within first in order for you to clear yourself from the pain, to help you to ascend, and to see the changes in your outer world. What did I say? Your divine truth, looking at yourself in the mirror. Things being reflected back to you. What did I say? Like attract like. If you really, really do some honest inner work and look at what you are vibrating and look at who you are on the inside, make an assessment of that, reflect, self-reflection. What's looking back at you? You're attracting that stuff. But is that really who you are? It's not. You are not a painful, I'm hearing degenerative. You're not someone who can't get better. You're not someone who's broken. You're not someone who's gonna ever feel whole. You're not someone who can't unconditionally love. That's not your true divine self. It's not. But if you want things to improve in your life, especially with your health and all types of things, disharmony within your life, your family, your world, you gotta take a good look at yourself and ask yourself honestly, is this who I really want to be? Is this how I really want to live? What changes do I need to make? What God honest changes do I need to make in my life for things to improve? Your outer world is not going to improve until your inner world does, until you first. It's funny because I've been utilizing a bathroom that has no mirror for a whole week. That has been interesting to the point where I'm even having to floss my teeth without in a mirror. And I tried using my phone. It's because we had it painted and my mom wants to redo the everything in the bathroom to include replacing the mirror and stuff like that, right? Revamping it, changing the energy, out with the old, in with the new. So I tried doing the flossing with my phone and it wasn't working. God says, scratch this, do away with that. Go by your intuition. You floss your teeth well enough to know exactly where the floss should go. And I did. And it felt right. I was like, oh, I can floss my teeth without a mirror. I can do my facial regimen without a mirror. It's like, but I know what's being reflected back at me. And I'm like, I'm seeing myself without having that mirror. And I'm doing all these things without having that mirror. And it's pretty interesting because now God's telling me I don't necessarily need a literal mirror to know who I am anymore because I know who I am as a divine child of God. And I know that I am also continuing to be more in alignment with my true inner self as I grow, as I evolve, as I ascend, as I continue to do my own healing, right? We're always going to become better versions of ourselves until our contracts have ended or God says, okay, I'm taking you out. Life here on earth is done for you. The light workers right here. Who are the true light workers? The true light workers also bring up the dark. They bring up the hardcore truths, the divine truth, all day, every day. A true light worker is not all rainbows, unicorns, and puffies, puff daddy. Oh boy, we're not getting into that. All true light workers, they go through some issues too, right? They're vulnerable. They're gonna share their heartaches with you. They're gonna share their shit moments. They're gonna share their flubs, their bloopers, their mistakes, right? You know, I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Light workers are not perfect beings either. But a true light worker, this is their mantra right here. A true light worker doesn't cast out hate. A true light worker doesn't judge. A true light worker does not divide themselves from the rest of humanity. A true light worker does not cause um, more pain and suffering. I know that sounds weird, but that's what they're telling me. A true light worker restores harmony. It doesn't disrupt it. And this is harmony amongst every being on the planet. A true light worker has compassion for others, for mainly themselves. A true light worker continues to do the healing, continues to repair relationships, their own relationships, their other people's broken hearts, whatever. They're always coming from the light, even in darkness. They're always bringing out the light with the dark, too. As I said, light work is not all rainbows, unicorns, and puppies. They are not people who are going to withhold the truth from you. They are also not going to give you a false mirror. They're also not going to keep you from the dark parts of yourself. They are already emitting clear, healing light. Oh, you're having me go back to the title. It's not what you think it is. Not all light workers are true light workers, guys. There has to be harsh truth. There has to be dark there too. They bring it out in their work all the time. But they're always making sure that everything's coming from unconditional love and of the light. Compassion, again, is a big thing. They will hold up the mirror to you and say, hey, this is who you are. This is what's going on right now. This is what you need to heal. This is what you need to repair. This is what you need to work on. It's not easy to face these truths, right? They're also the ones who say, "Yeah, we know you're going through some hard times and you're going through a lot, but things are improving because these challenges, these diseases, these difficulties are helping you to grow." They're always seeing a positive aspect into it. They're always being optimistic, even when it's challenging. They see the light when others can't see it. They bring out the light when others can't, they can't feel it. They can't bring it out themselves. It's like somebody who says, "Yeah, you're improving, but here's the mirror again. There's still work to do. There's still more stuff. Now you're dealing with this. Now you're dealing with that." It's like I said, my light got brighter, right? It casts bigger shadows. And then more of these other shadows were surfacing for me. I'm like, oh, dude, I haven't really dealt with that yet. This is now surfacing in a different light because now the light is brighter and I can see more of what was in the dark that I couldn't see before. And a bigger truth comes out, and a bigger demon comes out, and a bigger scary monster comes out from underneath the bed. Oh my God. But now I know how to better handle it. I know how to better talk it out. I know how to better acknowledge it and to accept that part of myself and how to work with the darkness and transmute a lot of that into light and what I can learn from it. Because before I was healing from one thing, dealing from one thing. Now I have more light. I see it's brighter. I see it more clearly. Oh my goodness. I'm on the other side of the spectrum, the light spectrum. Oh, now I'm dealing with this in a different capacity. If you're wondering what that is, it's me and trusting in relationships. Before I was too trusting, I give too much the benefit of the doubt, doubted my intuition. And now it's like things are harmonious, things are brighter, I feel lighter, all these miracles, all these blessings, all these amazing people come, whatever, all these amazing things happening. And now I'm like, do I trust it? I don't know, God. I've had this not so great track record. When's the shoe gonna drop? Something must be off. Something must be wrong. I've never experienced this before, God. This is too amazing. What's happening here? And God's like, hey, 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 here's your mirror. Look at who you are now. You're attracting who you are now, Jess. You're attracting what you're vibrating at, the frequency that you're at. And I'm still learning lessons about unconditional love. I'm being very honest. I'm like, whoa, this is a totally different side to learning about this, mastering this. It's a different level of mastery because I did achieve this level of mastery with this. And then things changed for me for the better. And now I'm at a different level of mastering unconditional love in a different capacity. So don't think for one damn minute I'm like all perfect here, trying to be all high mighty and shit. No, because I'm dealing with a trusting now in a very, very different way. And it's also helping me to trust in God a lot more than I did all these years. And I know one damn thing that this here, as long as I keep this in my heart space, I'm golden. I'm free and clear of any degenerative diseases. because a hardened heart, conditional love can lead to physical illness, mental issues, heart issues, messed up relationships all the time. Okay. There's always something better. We need to trust that there's something better. Thank you, Athena, for that. The farther you travel into the dark, the more ways you learn to master things. You master them at deeper, harder levels. Exactly. Exactly. We're never going to be done learning, including myself. But I've got to get through those things to be able to teach. I continue to master at deeper, harder levels so I can guide others to do the same. And you will feel more sense oneness with God, with humanity, with yourself, and you will sense a stronger feeling of wholeness within yourself as well. Dentalian. Hello, welcome. Yes, still going. Actually, I'm almost done because my guides are saying I have done my worked my piece, done my work here, and I have to go pee. So again, this is the big thing that we've all got to learn to master different levels. Okay. Listen, I know it's hard. And I'm going through different lessons with this myself. And I thought I had mastered it. I did. But like Athena was saying, it's at a different level. It's a different level of mastery. Jesus went through the same thing. Okay. So again, you're new, whatever. I probably should have said this before, but this is not the channel that I post videos, even though I recently posted one, but I was guided to do that. I'm posting other content. I'm shifting the kind of what I'm doing on my 𝗷𝗂𝗏 channel. If you want to get more videos and get more guidance there, I highly recommend that you go subscribe to that channel, be part of the community there. If you want to see more of my content, that's the channel to be on to see more of my recordings, my channelings, whatever I'm being guided to do. But there's also the free mobile app that I have. Again, everything is in the description box. If you want to sign up for a mentorship plan, membership plans, I have those too. Um, you can go to my website to look more of what those plans entail, the benefits for each. Um, to be part of the community there on my mobile app because it's not touching the energies of the YouTube stuff. Okay. There is some value here, but I like to do more of my work, more of my um, come to Jesus moments, if you will, outside of this space because the energy on my app and my space is more high vibrational than the energy here. Not to knock this. I'm grateful for YouTube and everything and all that great stuff. But I talk about God doing the greatest work in solitude is also doing greater work when you're in like smaller groups or you're attracting people who you're more aligned with. Okay. Or you're looking to be more aligned with people who are more high vibrational, whatever that is for you. Um, yeah, that is what the archangels are giving us at this time. So it's no joke that Simeon, Archangel Raphael and Tramiel are part of this too, but this is more specific. Okay. Maybe your name is Samuel. Maybe this name resonates for you in some way, shape, or form. It's similar to something. I'm seeing the word miel in this. Miel is the Spanish word for honey. That could be significant to somebody. There's also a single rose is significant for someone. I'm also getting for those of you who are like concerned about Valentine's Day coming up and you being single or something, go give yourself a single rose, is what I'm hearing. That's for somebody, some of you here. All right. That's what I got, everybody. Ooh, what time is it? Wow. Time totally escaped me. My guide just said, don't look at that clock. Don't look at anything. Just channel. And sometimes I have a complex because I know I can channel the shit out of stuff. That's because I tap into a lot. A lot comes through me. I feel like eating like 10 burgers and 10 pizzas right now. When I do these things, I feel like I'm on fire. What's that song? Ooh, I'm on fire. Is that it? It's Bruce Springsteen, right? Anyway, I think I got it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, um, I am planning to put out another video on the Aldebaran channel sometime soon. I think it's going to be a channeled letter. That's one of my strong talents, my gifts. But if you want daily guidance, if you want other content or other things, hop on over to the mobile app that I have. It's downloaded for free. You can become a free member. Okay, it doesn't cost you anything. I don't harass you. I don't like just start pitching all my sales and stuff like that. I mean, I'll make announcements about things, but I'm not shoving things down your throat. That's not what a light worker would do anyway. Okay. You have any questions about my plans, about my memberships, whatever it is you may have questions about, you can DM me on the mobile app. You can send me an email. Go to my website to send me an email. There's a contact section in my email. You can send me a message there. You know, don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to join. Okay. Cost you nothing. You're going to get something out of it, but you get what you put in. You don't really put much of anything. How do you expect to get anything of value back? Right? And think about that for a minute. Anyway, yeah, thank you for your time. For those of you who participated in the chat, I'm grateful that you were bringing your own wisdom and guidance to the table. Okay. That's funny, Athena. Light workers don't shove things down your throat. They will tell you the truth though, right? Again, it's a perception thing. Some people may be thinking that I'm doing that or I'm scolding, but again, doesn't a parent kind of scold their kids? Wake up, wake up, wake up. Okay. It's an inside joke. I was thinking something else, Athena. So, we're not going to get there. I think you and I are in the same wavelength, but I think some other people kind of got another message from that too. All right. Anyway, you don't shove it down your throat. No, that's not what I'm trying to do, but I know there's other things pertaining to that. Be kind and rewind. Hey, some of you may need to play this back. Okay, let it sink in. You may get additional messages. It may be easier for you to understand. Who knows? Right? Set some time to rewatch it if you feel drawn to do that, or watch it in chunks. Write down, okay, I'm going to watch 30 minutes and then watch another further and watch another 30, something like that. But there's so much here, for a reason. It's going to hit everybody different. Thank you again for being here, for supporting my work, this live stream, my channel. Oh, I will ask for all of you to please share this as opposed to liking, subscribing, whatever. Again, I'd rather have you go to a double run ascension. But if you can share this with other people, at least 3 people or at least one person, that would mean the world to me, honestly, to try to get these out to as many people as possible, or you playing it back or whatever else. But if you could share this, that would be very, very, very helpful. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. All right. For those of you who are part of my monthly group sessions, our support group session, the first one for February will be the first week of February, which is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 5th of February. Okay. Anyway, good night. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend. If you're watching the NFC Championships, do so. Enjoy your time. And God willing, I will see you the next time God directs me to do another live stream. Be safe, be well, Godspeed, peace be with you. Have a good night. Bye.